Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fleeting Hope.
Pizza.
It's not as chaotic as always, but it is still chaos as always. We got everybody here. Alex is sitting off to the side so he can eat some pizza. But there you go. There you go. And I got all my notes closed so he can't see anything.
Ooh, it's scandalous.
Well, before we get into tonight's session, we got some quick announcements.
Hello, fair travelers. Welcome to your outpost of entertainment and lewd commentary. If you are parched, you may join our Discord or other social medias through our beacons link that will be attached through the chat or is below the video you are now watching. Or, sorry, the magic picture you are now seeing. It is below it. Click the link and it'll teleport you to the links of our social media.
Yeah.
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 Also, if you want to see when we will be here and when we will not, check out our Discord and our Twitter, for that is where we update and post new notices on the board. I'm trying to roleplay here. It's not really working. It's fine. Whatever.
I had to turn Cloudbot on because I forgot it turns itself off every once in a while.
That's fair. Am I missing anything? I'm missing something. I know I'm forgetting it. Hey!
Don't go towards the light.
We're a poor party who needs a patron. So, we are a poor party who needs a patron. So, if you'd like to sponsor our stream, go ahead and send us an email, DM, snail mail, smoke signal, whatever, however you can reach us. We would love to do funny little skits or commentary or just improv-y spiels like this for your product or service. Cool.
That, with announcements out of the way, let's catch everybody up on what's happened, because it's been chaos and yeah. So, Damaged and Defective have decided to pursue their own threads regarding the individual known as Jameson Iron. They have been given, as far as they need, resources and knowledge and information to point them in the right directions. They began to travel towards Stilben, having a somewhat interesting travel, especially towards the end when your party was ambushed by unseelie assassins, seemingly sent to take out one Kalen Valen. And then once arriving to the city of Stilben, encountering somebody who is from Zem's past, one Kova Dao. With a quick intervention from Rowan and a young woman named Shadea. Her memory was wiped of y'all's arrival into Stilben altogether. Y'all were escorted through Stilben to Outpost Talon, one of the various outposts throughout the world for the Clary Orders. And there you all were fed a wonderful meal from Tiergrim, seemingly made with fruit of the gods at one point.
It burned so bad.
And then you all followed Zem back to the entrance of the city to re-engage in a conversation with Kova. This time being a lot friendlier of a conversation. You all got to know some of Zem's past a little bit more. And then we were met with Ron Kavan, Belwyn's mentor.
Oh, yeah.
Who seemingly was here to deliver not only a rough draft of a new martial discipline for the monastery that Belwyn hails from, but also news and a belt of Belwyn's becoming of an elder of the monastery. You all decided to go and drink in celebration of the 2 promotions in one day, and eventually Kova does end up meeting with y'all to drink and celebrate, utilizing the sending stone that you gave her. You all drink and be merry and go to whatever levels of rowdiness you wish to. But towards the end of the evening, a restless Kalen eventually drifts to sleep. And as soon as you feel sleep take you, your eyes flash open as if suddenly awake. Standing next to you in the room that you're staying in, here in Outpost Talon, stands a form of Arechi, looking past you with a slight bit of fear in his eyes. As you turn to look at what he's staring at, you see a dark, shadowy form of yourself just looking at you. What do you do, Kaylin?
I'm not gonna punch it.
Sniff
It's
it?
worth a shot.
Sniff it?
You want to borrow my axe?
Lick it. Lick it.
Feel it.
Punch it.
Feel it.
Bump it. I took the shadow what its favorite color is.
Oh my god.
If you want, you can make an insight check
Yes.
To-
I would,
to see if you can glean anything from this individual.
Do we all see this?
Nope, this is just Kaylin.
Oh, just in Caitlin's room.
I didn't mean to be interrupting.
We are not bunking together.
No, I was just trying to joke around.
And y'all could have bunked together if you wished to. There are enough rooms here for you to all stay in
I sleep
separately.
I'm gonna call that sleep.
That tracks.
16.
Wait, what did you say?
I sleep in kitchen.
Can I bump with Tyrgo?
Sure. But Kaylin, your insight check?
16.
16. Couple of things with that. So firstly, you recognize that you are still asleep.
Okay.
You've only ever seen Arechi's physical form in front of you once before, and it was through your own mind's eye.
Uh-huh.
Every other time is in dream. It's the only way you know that you can see him.
Right.
The entity that he's staring at, the one that's staring at you, you glean emotion from this being. There is hostility. There's aggression. There's fear. There's sorrow. There's guilt, shame, despair. Every little bit of negative emotion that a single person could experience has been put into a physical form in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go over and touch it.
Oh god.
Okay, it's in the room that you're in. You're like in a like a twin size bed, more or less. They're kind of like right next to you in the bed, so you just like sit up and just like reach out towards it.
Yes.
Okay. You reach out towards it, and Arechi, you hear him say under his breath as you make contact with this entity, "No." You feel every bit of guilt and shame and anger and hatred that you've repressed for centuries.
Fuck.
Get fucked.
Is anyone bunking with Kaylin?
Emo Kate.
Wait, no, we're bunking.
Yeah, we
My bad.
Y'all are
My bad.
bunking. Okay.
Going back to 2010.
Would you be sleeping upstairs or downstairs?
I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're bunking with Tigrum. That's right.
Fuck you are.
Yeah, the
Okay, I'm gonna say Zelfra and Huxley, because you two, or no, sorry, Zelfra and Belwyn, who's not currently here right now. You two have the highest passive perceptions. So you two hear a scream
Ooh,
that just
recognize-
immediately wakes
Do I
you up.
recognize the voice?
Make
Scream?
make a history check. There is a check involved with this, because I don't think there's ever been a point since you've met Kaylin that you have truly heard her scream.
That's true.
Well, you said
I don't
you're
think I
with their
have.
passive perception?
Mm-hmm.
Make what?
They have a 20 and a 21.
Oh, I was gonna say I have like a 16. So.
No, we don't hear it. We don't hear it.
Huh? It's a history check.
Oh, I stuck dough in my ears so I didn't hear you talking.
Damn, our numbers went up. 21.
21. You've never heard her scream,
Son.
but you had to imagine what Kaylin's like horrific scream sounds like. That was her. Also, it's extremely unsettling that there was a scream inside of a place that is considered sanctuary.
Okay, so,
Burn to the ground.
and I'm running.
All right. Yeah. You
I'm
get
grabbing the bucket. I'm running.
okay. I'll say give me
Him everywhere.
Yes, we're running.
a persuasion check, and this is going to be against your passive perception or passive insight. We'll say this is against your passive insight.
That one.
Bro!
So you pick up
That sucks.
the bucket and go without even thinking about it. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
You're
With
sleeping in the
disadvantage.
bucket?
I
Disadvantage.
love getting that one.
Yeah. He sleeps in the bucket.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Okay, so
I
I'm
snuggle the
gonna
bucket and I.
plus it's constitution.
Dexterity saving throw.
So does that mean I have a broken my
So 13. Okay. So Huxley doesn't spill out of the bucket.
Okay, I was
So you
thinking-
still have Huxley in the bucket.
Okay.
Which does slow you down slightly, but you grab him and fucking sprint. You see Belwyn's already, like, as soon as you get to opening the door and looking out, Belwyn is already charging into her room.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
that
you-
was
Damn, that would be quick. He got
Oh,
stamina.
He got
He got that
monk.
stamina.
He got monk speed.
I feel scared.
You sprint in right after him, and
Nobody hear that?
make a perception check for me.
Me?
Yep.
For reference for chat, we got feelings wheels today to better roleplay.
17.
I burnt.
17. You see Belwyn is like looking around for threats in the room, not looking at Kaylin. You look at Kaylin, and there's no light in this room, but you have dark vision.
Yeah, emotion.
So, Zelfra.
Is this for our mental health? Like in real life?
Yes and no. Right
This is-
now,
this-
it's for D&D
you're
to
good.
help you roll it.
But, so, you walk in, and you see Belwyn surveying the room. Belwyn is surveying the room for threats. You look at
Does he say
Kaylin.
anything to me?
He's just looking around. You look at Kaylin. Kaylin is sitting upright right now with her eyes closed. But the base of her horns, about 3 inches up, are jet black.
Don't I know
The tips of her fingers look frostbitten and like they are like on the verge of becoming decayed.
The fuck happened?
Did you tell me something?
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Cheers, you.
Fuck!
You're still asleep.
Fuck.
Me?
That's what the persuasion check was.
Wake me up.
Oh,
Okay.
never mind. That's good.
But we're going. Essentially, this is a very loose initiative order right now.
19.
Very lucid.
19. All of those emotions coursing through you that you haven't felt in ages, you get a hold on them again. You catch your breath. You begin breathing. You see Kaylin stop screaming and
Like gasping for.
like there is this like adrenaline coursing through her even though she's asleep. You are getting a grip on it, but you are still asleep in this moment and feeling those emotions.
Right.
You're still in this room. Belwyn at this point realizes there's no other threats and he's gonna go over and attempt to wake Huxley up.
Oh God.
Oh, I was, that was my next plan, yeah.
Okay, y'all, you can give him the help action, or
Yeah, I'll give him
he
help
can give you the help action.
No, I'll give him.
Okay, so he gets advantage,
Oh, he gets advantage, okay.
which is good. He rolled a 10 and a 3.
Oh.
What's your passive insight?
Fucking solid. Solid.
Excuse me.
What is the passive insight mean?
It's on the. First
You were on the
page.
right page to begin with.
Senses are.
It's on the right of that.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, those.
No, it's okay. You're just
16.
blind.
No, I'm just stupid.
No, you're blind.
So Huxley, yours?
Oh, I found it.
see everything.
Passive insight
Oh,
is
that
12.
can't-
12. Where is Bowen? There he is. Jesus. It took me a second to find Bell. I kept tapping on Huxley.
Not Jesus. It's not Jesus. It's Belwyn. Okay.
Okay. I will say he does. You do start to wake up, but like you've gotten so annoyed with being kicked out of your bucket and thrown out of your bucket to be woken up that you're wanting to stay asleep so fucking bad right now, but you are awake.
I'm awake now?
You are awake.
Okay, I'm gonna get out of the bucket and be like, why are you waking me up?
Caitlin, are you okay?
Make an insight check, and you can make an insight check as well.
I'm fucking dead in the world.
Ooh, Bowen got a natural
I just
19.
imagine you're like passed out on the island, just like
Yeah.
22.
I'm just like, playing on the counter.
Y'all rolled above 20. He got a 24.
Table.
All three of you recognize Kaylin is not conscious.
Oh shit.
She is not conscious. She is asleep.
That's
Like this is like
Waking
She's
me.
unconscious?
this is like night terrors.
Oh God.
Like she is experiencing a night terror right
like,
now.
Like sleep paralysis?
No,
Kind
my
of.
tears are fucking bad.
Like her body is physically
Or do you
responding.
get sleep paralysis?
Her body is physically responding to the terrifying images in her head.
I know what to do. Guiding bolt.
That means it hurts. What are you doing?
So do I recognize anything going on? Like, did she tell me
Uh,
about?
when you met Kaylin, she had
I thought we
these
got
like
little talks. I just-
she had these like little like shadowy kind of like it was like this like tiny touch of goth to her appearance when you first met her.
emo 2000.
Like Rocket?
Yeah, like the tiniest little bit of shadow, the tiniest little bit of shadow on her horns.
What is this, 1999?
There was like maybe an inch of shadow on her horns. Her fingernails were like a grayish color, as if like they were starting to turn black. You thought it might have been nail polish or something,
My
but
memory's so bad. I need to like buy all you guys minis so that I can.
Can I discern if if it's like a spell that's happening here?
sure, make an Arcana check
That's a good idea.
or a religion check. Arcana or religion.
Let's see here. Which one's right?
Are you religious?
Okay.
There's slime.
No, I'm a.
I believe in the Lord, the Republic.
Belwyn will give you. I was gonna say Belwyn can give you help, and if you want to roll separately, you can.
I'll give you help. Be like, can you see if there's a spell going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe
What is it?
that's-
Arcana and what?
You know what? Guidance as well.
Arcana or what?
Arcana or religion.
with guidance.
With guidance. So
Then-
you get a
D4.
You get a D4.
I don't think this
If you want to use it. If you want to use it, you can
Yeah.
save it. It lasts for a minute.
Just a second.
Yeah, I would say use it.
And Huxley, you can roll as well.
Oh shit,
No, I help.
T20 moves. That's dope.
You
So
gave
I
her
got-
guidance. Belwyn's going to give
I
you
got-
advantage.
Oh,
25 and 4.
So 25 plus the 4 on that. So you got a 4 on the D4
And then a 25.
and then 25. So 29 total.
29 total.
Hell yeah.
That's a lot of
24.
24. Okay. So Huxley, you have your own like relationship with just magic in general that is unlike most people's relationship with magic. You kind of just like sat in the world long enough and listened,
Okay.
and eventually the world responded.
Okay.
Did it now.
Kaylin, you know, carries a very powerful magic weapon that is housing a powerful fae.
Safari.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
There's a possibility
It's a Reggie.
that there is something going on there,
Literally done.
but you've also, Kaylin,
Yes.
have you told everybody in the party of your heritage? Is that like common knowledge?
Vaguely, I mean, I have said before that I used to be an elf, but
Okay.
turned into half satyr.
I did not
Okay.
meet him. The wife and
Can I ask Reggie what the hell going on?
Well, I'm about to resolve your role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you're not exactly sure
Okay.
what's happening. Like to you, it still looks like a night terror, but this could be something with a Rechi.
Okay. So I don't think it's a
Great,
Yeah.
Aurora would know if she was here.
The DC to discern this was 25.
Oh, okay. I
If
just
she
almost
was
got it.
You almost got it. So you're just barely missing it. Zelfra,
Yes.
you have studied magic. You have studied ancient tomes and texts. You are part of an order of mages whose whole thing
It's gonna be man.
is learning things.
Fucking nerds.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The runes on Arechi are not glowing.
Oh shit. That's not good, right?
This has nothing to do with Arechi. And you remember reading the files about these people whenever you were first tasked with joining them
Mm-hmm.
and talking with Tomei and learning a little bit of Kaylin's history about how she used to be an elf. And you have that recognition of her being an Eladrin.
Mm-hmm.
But there was that one tiny thing that you couldn't like discern exactly.
Yeah.
You don't believe your own assumption that she may also be a shadow elf.
Fuck me.
And whatever this is right now is either going to turn into something
Holy
really bad
shit.
Like,
or
HP
really
like
good.
No.
But she's the only one
Holy
that
shit,
can
I'm
go
gonna talk
through
to her.
it. You discern.
that. Punch the shadow.
Y'all can only do so much to try and help her right now.
Can I try and dispel magic?
Does Reggie know what's
Uh,
going on?
You would also discern. Both of you would discern. This isn't like a spell.
Never mind.
Okay.
This isn't a spell. This is something happening internally.
Mm-hmm.
Good hustle, though, player.
Good try.
What triggered it?
I'm trying to figure out-
With your 29,
Like, what do I see him? Like, what do I see him around her?
there's no like specific triggers here, but you think back like the Unseelie assassins
Oh, great.
that came after her, and that whole instance, you remember trying to clock her like facial expressions and everything, like trying to see how she felt about it
Yeah.
right after, and you swear you remember seeing a smile creep across her face after it happened. There's part of you where you're like, maybe because she finally got to a restful point, something had happened, or she's been holding on to stuff and it finally exploded.
Logan is too.
What?
I'm not Logan. Yeah, Cameron is too.
Oh,
I'm gonna kind of wake up. Those two.
Okay,
Wait.
yeah. Belwin will come with you to help just to get them up quicker.
We're about to get a fucking beat.
I'll say you and Bell would make persuasion checks real quick against their passive perceptions or insights. Sorry,
Is it persuasion?
persuasion. He's going to attempt to wake up Teargrim so that you can wake up Zem.
can I try to get in touch with the Reggie?
Yes, we'll get to that in just a moment because like this is all like we're in a loose initiative. So that was your turn, was discerning all these things, figuring these things out. Like you're like spending 6 solid seconds just like what is happening.
This is
thinking what could be going on, recalling information. Like that's what your turn in this moment is going to be. Unless there's something you want to do while you're thinking these things. Because your mind's kind of preoccupied to reach out to a Reggie.
I have the want to touch Kaylin, but I'm hesitant because it could. I don't know how she would react.
Okay.
Don't touch
I'd
me.
like to
I'll
rub
say-
her back or something.
I'll say
Try
make
to maybe wake her up from it.
I'll say make a sleight of hand check, and this will determine how gently you approach her.
Oh God.
I need a good roll.
Teargrim,
Duh.
your passive insight you said is a 12.
Hold on, I got. Sorry. No, it's sit.
Don't do that.
I don't even
Passive insight.
Yes.
It's not.
It is 11.
11. Belwyn comes up to you and just grabs your shoulder, and you immediately come to. And he goes, "Something's going on with Kaylin." Huxley, would you roll?
I rolled a straight 15.
Straight 15. You're passive
Whoa.
12. So Huxley, how do you wake up Zem?
Uh-oh.
This is opposite. This is the reverse.
The mattress, correct?
No,
No, they're sleeping in the kitchen.
Counter.
Yeah, they're sleeping in the
kitchen.
kitchen.
Because I wanted a room with deer.
Sorry, we killed Colonel Mustard with a fucking.
With the candlestick.
We decided to just sleep.
You're just gonna shove her off the counter. Okay. Sam, what's your dream? What are you dreaming right now? Because this is fun.
I'm gonna dream about
You're in a brothel.
hanging up to your room.
Okay. Like
No,
legitimately just picking him up.
no,
Okay.
like I gave him a pickup line.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
But it's really fantastical even for D&D terms.
Okay. So
God.
at one point in this amazing fantasy dream that you're having, Teargrim and you are riding on his flying broom through the lovely skies of Amon just at the moment before sunset.
And you fall.
And you see Teargrim look back at you with this wonderful smile on his face and go, "Get off," and shove it. That momentary feeling of falling is real, and you hit the ground.
Did I see
Oh,
this?
Yeah.
David,
Belwyn reiterates the same thing. Something's happening with Kaylin.
okay.
dying's a little far.
Dying's a little.
You don't know that.
Runs past Huxley, gives him the fist bump, goes nice.
Can I run behind him and be like, I didn't think it was me?
Make an insight check. Make an insight check for me, yeah. We'll call this
Oh God.
DC 20.
Okay, it beats, it's a 20.
You're on.
No, I got a 19 and it's +1, so.
Okay. So she says this to you, and you go, "I didn't push." Was she dreaming about me?
And just stone face goes. Just shakes my pocket.
But you all barge into the room just as Zalfra. What'd you roll for your sleight of hand check?
I swear to God.
Well, sorry, baby, you're on my trip and headbutt you. I don't even know.
12. So you think in this moment, okay, I should cautiously approach, gently try to wake her up. You've dealt with your siblings. A couple of them, I imagine, have had sleepwalking issues or sleep paralysis issues. These sleep conditions. So you think back to that, and you go to gently walk towards Kaylin, and forget that Peaches is also in this room, and kind of trip over Peaches,
Dang it.
and you kind of shove Kaylin a little bit,
Sorry.
and because dreams move at the speed of thought, Kaylin, we're gonna cut back to you real quick, just as everyone else is also rushing into the room, seeing this. Kaylin,
Are they gonna think I'm attacking her?
it's up to them to determine what they think. But Kaylin, you pulled all this back in. You've gotten this all back down. That shadowy figure is not in front of you anymore.
Okay.
and you are seeing red internally, just trying to hold all of this back. It wants to explode. It wants to get out.
Reggie, what's going on? Just kidding, don't wait.
Sorry.
Arechi looks at you and I don't know. I don't know. And he's looking at you with the same fear now.
Are Reggie
Oh.
scared? Oh fuck.
Fuck, we're gonna die.
You have this overwhelming just need to let these emotions out, but nothing, you feel like nothing right now will satisfy you. Not screaming, not bloodshed, nothing would satisfy you right now, getting rid of these emotions.
This is why you gave us that emotion.
Partially. Partially.
I'm feeling, okay, let us. All right, therapy session time. What's everyone feeling like? Anxious. That's a good one.
Caleb, I will also remind you, these are not new feelings. These are not new emotions. When the assassins attacked just a few days ago, what you thought you had repressed started to come back up. And you had that thought.
Yeah.
You want them to try.
To try to come back? Okay.
You're on a warpath. Can I be Harry Styles?
I feel overwhelmed.
What are you
What am I
wanting to do?
feeling?
What are you wanting to do in this moment? You know you're still asleep as well.
Right.
And you know that in the past you've had this like liminal ability to be conscious in your dreams.
Uh-huh.
So you have the ability to come to consciousness. You can become awake just by choice in this moment.
Right.
Or you could stay in here and attempt to confront these feelings.
I'm gonna sit there and confront them because I don't know what's going out in the real world.
I will say, with that crossing my mind at the same time, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Okay.
What do you have to perceive?
This is to see if you...
Wait, perception?
Yeah, this is to see if your ears are picking up the sound of your friends in the room with you.
Okay, I was gonna-
18 plus 8.
Ooh,
What
nice.
about disadvantage?
Oh wait, disadvantage.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. Disadvantage.
Oh god, you
Why'd you get a nat 20?
It's
No, close
17
enough.
plus 8.
So, when you're stuck, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. And then you hear Zelfra. What is it that you said to Kaylin just before reaching out towards her?
Did I already say it?
Yeah, I probably. Well, just reiterate whatever you want to say in this moment.
Are you okay, honey? What's going on?
You hear that and look around and you don't see anyone. Then you remember you're still asleep.
Can you hear me?
That's coming from the real world.
When
Okay.
did the snapper?
Despite the fact that this dream is all taking place in the room that you are sleeping in, you hear there are people in this room.
Okay, I'll wake up.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
Just came.
Yes. No. Okay.
13.
Stop.
13.
Okay.
So, Zelfra, as you're like falling towards her, beginning to shove her,
Sorry.
beginning to shove her, you watch her head shoot towards you, eyes still shut, arms wrap around yours as she starts falling off the bed, and then eyes shoot open as you see yourself pulling Zelfra with you as you fall off the bed.
Oh my gosh, fall on the ground, bro?
Make roll me a d20
Okay.
and add your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
Roll me a d20 and add a dexterity saving
Did
throw.
we all witness this tumble across
Yeah,
the
as
bed?
y'all are all like coming into the room.
I wouldn't even classify it as a tumble yet. Might be a fucking catastrophe. Hit that right, but what is
Dice is going in dice jail.
Right there.
So what'd you get, Kaylin?
16.
16, Zelfra?
2 plus 4, so 6.
Kaylin, can you roll me 2d6?
It came back.
I didn't even touch the beginning of
If
the
you let it go, it'll always come back to you.
Maybe you'll be better than
So
that.
big, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh. It's good. 8, yeah.
Zelfra, you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. As y'all start running into the room at this moment, seeing Zelfra like tripping over Peaches and pushing Kaylin slightly, Kaylin's head, eyes still closed, turns over, grabs her arms, eyes shoot open, and throws her across the room.
Wait, I didn't hear that. I was.
You got thrown across the room. Zelfra, you don't know if it was the panic in that moment, but you swear her eyes are jet black voids.
Oh shit.
As Kaylin, you are conscious.
What am I feeling?
I don't know. You tell me. Can I?
I'm very perplexed right now, Caitlin.
Can I cast friends?
On Kaylin?
Yeah, it's a self thing. You
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
go for it.
charisma.
I feel bad.
So you pull out your lipstick and put it on.
Yeah.
Oh my
My
god.
thematic component.
There we go.
And I'm gonna just kind of like not touch her quite yet, but just get in front of her, kind of like hands up, kind of hunching over, making myself a little smaller. And like, hey, Kaylin, it's us. It's us. Hey, sorry, what's wrong? You know.
So go ahead and make a persuasion check. You'll get advantage because of friends.
Yay!
Kaylin, you're gonna make an insight check
Okay.
at disadvantage.
I feel really provoked about it now.
Wait, what?
Insight
Insight.
at disadvantage.
And it was a what check?
Yours is persuasion at advantage.
I got a 15. Mother trucker, it's a 9.
A 9.
Mother trucker, you hurt like a butt.
Kaylin,
Yeah.
although you do recognize every one of the faces in this room, you know exactly which emotions are flooding through you right now. Zem begins to interact with you.
Oh no. Is it because of the assassins? Or what? What?
You know what emotions you are feeling right now.
Oh.
I've explained them to you throughout this.
And you have another sheep.
But right now, somebody is trying to calm you down. And that is the last thing you can feel.
Okay.
I'm trying to calm her down. I'm just trying to get her to talk.
Yeah.
Are you gonna continue to panic, or are you gonna try and calm down?
She's gonna rage.
I don't want to calm down.
Okay, then what are you doing?
Rage.
Well, no, I was saying
No.
that.
Oh, are you just saying that out loud?
It's role-playing, right?
Okay.
Ooh, no.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm feeling pretty bad right now.
I'm gonna just look at
Oh,
it
that's
like
not the actual.
that's okay. Let's yell together. We just need to talk, or we can go outside and fist it out.
Can I chime in too? Are you getting up?
You're saying this as you're getting up.
Oh,
Yeah, this is y'all's moment.
Yeah.
What can we do for you, Kaylin? What can we do for you in this moment?
I need to go outside.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Peaches
Do you
who
want
got
peaches?
Peaches who got tripped over. At this point is like groggily looking at all of y'all like, what the fuck is happening? And just like gets up and moves back. Because he senses
Yeah. Does the tower have like a backyard somewhere we can be a little more private than the city
there
streets?
there is a little bit of like a yard area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's get some fresh air.
You could also go downstairs.
That's true.
There are
Let's
some
get fresh
training
air.
areas
I
downstairs.
will go. We will go downstairs.
Okay.
I want to go by myself though.
Okay. Are you going
That's-
downstairs or
I
are you
have
gonna
to
go
take her and
outside?
go downstairs.
I'm going
You want
outside.
some fresh air?
Okay, then we're
Yeah.
going in the courtyard.
Okay. So you lead her, y'all all head outside. Those of you who are choosing to stick around.
She just wants to go by herself.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
you
go.
just go outside. Okay.
And I'm going to find a forest.
I mean, you are in a swamp. Stillben sits in a swamp.
Okay.
So
I
you
am-
have something similar.
I am going to go hunt something.
Okay. Give me a survival check with advantage.
Are we there?
Nope.
No.
Oh,
She wanted to go by herself.
Oh, well, I have an idea.
Too bad.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Okay.
Can we ask Arechi to keep
28.
us updated with everything? Like keep an eye on her?
As she's leaving, you ask that. And you hear him say, I mean, I can try as much as I can.
No.
And it cuts off.
He can still talk to me because we're connected through my.
Yeah. But you,
I get cut off.
yeah, it gets cut off. I feel like it would have been explained to you that Arechi can only talk to anyone who's within 30 feet of Kaylin.
Oh.
Except for Zem, because they're
We got a
bonded.
deal.
Oh yeah, it is 30 feet. You said,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is before.
But he
Yeah.
goes, I don't know if she heard the rest of that, but I'll let y'all know what the fuck happens. I'm scared for her.
Let us know if she's in trouble. If she strays too far outside, we need to follow her.
Yeah,
Let us know.
I'll keep you updated if I can.
Thank you.
Kaylin, as you're dealing with these emotions, what'd you roll?
I got a natural 20 plus 8,
Jesus.
so 28.
Good maths.
Yeah.
Good maths.
At one point, while you're out and about in the swamps, a couple of the Water Watch, the town guard, have still been just patrolling the outside perimeters of the swamp to make sure that nothing's trying to sneak its way in or anything. They both notice you in the distance and, hey, can you tell me what you're doing out there? Describe to me exactly how many arrows go in these guys.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, I was gonna do something completely different.
The emotion that you're feeling right now, you said you were going out and just going to hunt. Suddenly, targets appear.
Damn.
Okay, what am I doing again?
You're going out to go out and let these emotions out. Just tell me how many arrows and where they're placed in these two individuals who provoked you out of nowhere.
I'm feeling very sad right now. Because Caleb's about to go to jail.
Our 5-star rating's about to go down.
Empty. You know what? I'm gonna shoot, just for now, 2 arrows for each shoulder.
Okay.
Like one guy's shoulder and another guy.
Yeah. I'll say no need to roll for attacks here just because you're natural 20 on the survival check. That's for hunting in general. So you just real quick loose 4 arrows.
No, just 2 arrows.
One for each person.
One for each person.
Oh.
Both in the shoulder.
Oh, okay. So you loose 2 arrows real quick.
Yes.
You nail one in the shoulder and watch him just like sit down and just like sorry, I said something. Like he's not. He is terrified. There's a whiff of shit in the air. You watch the other one. A thinner framed younger man
Aw.
is pinned to the wall.
I'm gonna mark every emotion after
He
that.
crucified that motherfucker.
Girl, I feel inferior. I feel powerless and revolted and nauseated and withdrawn and numb.
But you continue to charge out into the swamp after this, still dealing with these emotions.
Not gonna mark
What is it that you're wishing to do?
it.
What is it exactly that you're wanting to do out here?
I just wanted to go out here and hunt until I get tired.
Okay.
She wear herself out.
Where's my
Yeah.
rhino meat?
Make a Constitution saving throw for me. This isn't anything like attacking you or anything. This
Yeah.
is
I was thinking more like exhaustion. 18.
go ahead and make another one for me.
Zach, didn't I get that one transformation spell? Say or something if you could do a lot of damage?
You have it. It's your most powerful spell, so you only have one a day.
There's just a night.
What is the travel sorcerer?
Huh? You talking about teleport?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Teleport. You just pick a location anywhere in the world,
Yeah.
Oh,
as
shit.
long as you're familiar with it.
Oh, but
To
I can
any
only use it
degree.
once a day, so
You have
Maybe
one
still.
7th level spell slot.
oh.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
got 6.
6. So, the rest of you all go back to bed. Try to keep an eye out. Like what's
Keep an eye out. Stay awake.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
say, I don't think I'm going to bed after that.
Yeah.
okay. I'll say this also took place a good little bit through y'all's long rest. Like by the time she screamed and everything. So
So early morning.
as long as y'all aren't doing anything like heavy duty, like attacking, casting spells, anything like that, y'all are just continuing to just sit around, do small light work things, y'all will get a full long rest.
Can I ask the housefleet to bandage my head?
Sure.
Oh, it's so good.
Make a medicine check.
Oh, me.
Uh,
Woman.
He's making the
It's
medicine.
mine.
Oh.
Yeah, you go. I might have a concussion. You just think I might have a concussion as like the lights are kind of like dimming slightly.
Seeing stars.
Yeah.
So, natural 20 plus 10, so it's 30.
Yeah, you come over and like
Come
you
here, bitch.
You get an at 20?
I got that 20
You're
plus
not
10.
going out.
It- Huxley, you
Kid, what's the... Oh.
kid. Now I'm tripped up.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Huxley, you come over and just like put your form around her, not like putting yourself on her because you know you're corrosive,
Yeah.
but like you like apply yourself just around her, and Huxley's a little cold like an ice pack.
That's so good.
The
Hot Wheels sign that you leave out.
the little
What's Hot Wheels?
anyways,
Yeah, I know.
so you all stay up but still get your long rest. Eventually as the sun does begin to rise and you all start to worry if Kaylin's gonna return, you hear, hey, couple of y'all should come pick her up.
Okay. Did she?
She's asleep.
Okay. In this one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just yell fuck it, like kind of whisper yell fuck out loud.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your passive perception?
That's a good thing. Passive perception is
15? 15. Are you trying to be quiet?
Dateful.
Stealth check.
No, yeah.
If you're trying to be quiet, stealth check. If not, he would hear it.
That's fine. Stealth.
Trying to hear it.
Okay.
I heard them say fuck.
Oh, can I do the same? See if I heard it.
You heard it.
Oh,
Well, maybe. We'll see what her roll is.
Oh yeah, you definitely heard it.
That's a 22.
You didn't hear it. Neither of you heard it.
Damn.
You rolled just high enough to beat her passive perception.
Yeah, you did.
But you get that message from Arechi as dawn is starting.
I'm gonna just call for Teargrum and Belwyn.
Okay.
Aww.
Everyone's conscious in the house because y'all said y'all were still. There was no way y'all were sleeping after that.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Belwyn and Teargrum, you both hear Zem call out for you, and Belwyn hastily is there ready for you.
We need to go.
I just fucking sighed and get a cigarette.
I'll tell you on the way. You guys stay here. Hold down the fort. If people ask where most of us went, just let them know.
Hold down the fort. Am I in my instant fortress?
No.
No,
No.
y'all are in Stillben. Y'all are in the house that is
Part of the cleric.
Outpost Talon.
Shitty dog. Oh, okay. 6 points.
Keep an eye on the place.
Oh my god, I'm finding my trust
You have
in
been
this
passing
fort
out
to
being
them.
defective.
Did everybody get a hold of
They
him?
become hostile.
I just think it's best, some of the people she's no longer.
No, that's what I was thinking.
Come with
I was thinking the same.
Yeah, that's fine.
Would can he get bus updates? Is that possible? No.
No.
No,
I,
too far away. So we're just.
How far away is she? Do you know? Has he?
he hasn't told me.
Really?
We're gonna figure it out on the way. We'll be back as soon as
Did he say give like an update on her condition?
she's asleep.
Asleep.
Probably
But-
to exhaustion.
Okay.
So we're gonna go get her. That's also why I'm picking the two strong.
Poor thing.
No offense, Axel.
Did you just say my gender?
I would like to go out
Two
into the
strong
city
people.
and see if like there's getting like a crowd get started or like anything like that. Like, cause was she being loud and like?
Oh,
No, she's gone.
No. Yeah, she
Oh.
basically middle of the night. She just like ran out the door and sprinted out of Stillben.
She
Like
cat
the
this
windows,
everything.
basically.
Yeah, she just ran out
Ain't
into the
nobody
street.
around.
Ran the fuck out of it.
The only there is
So there's no commotion that anybody else.
a slight commotion as the dawn is coming. As the three of you are beginning to step out to go and find Kaylin, and you're just like coming to step out with them to see them off, and then like also trying to catch anything. Let me get a perception check from everybody who's involved. If you're stepping outside, you can make a perception check. You are stepping outside,
Okay, cool. Can I get?
unless you're deciding to not go with.
I mean, he started smoking a cigarette.
Well, okay. Can I? So we're looking for her, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Can I use Torden like his sense of smell?
Sure, I'll say he can give you advantage, or you can give him advantage on a perception
I
check.
think
He does have his own stats.
he does.
Yeah. You should have in
I didn't
your
roll. That didn't count. I dropped it.
extras section. I may have added them.
Creatures. No, it's just Icarus.
Oh, I haven't added them yet.
Who is that? No, me. I disappeared. Okay, let's just.
We can just do. He can give you advantage for now.
Okay.
So perception checks, Zem.
I got 10.
10. We'll get back to you, Zelfra. 24. Huxley.
24.
24.
26.
26. So you all go outside. Belwyn, I'm not even gonna bother having Belwyn roll because y'all rolled insane. So y'all all go outside, and you tell Torden like, "Hey, remember Kaylin? See if we can find her." And he and is already on a scent trail, beginning to follow. The rest of you looking around all see some of the Water Watch has begun to gather around what looks like some sort of crime scene that was near the edge of
Way to go, fucking.
The city
werewolf
limits.
Stuck in London.
and
go.
it happens to be in the same direction that Torben is beginning to head.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, me and Huxley's on.
Okay.
Investigate.
Y'all are all technically heading that way.
Oh, we are.
Yeah.
That.
Um,
On the same page, then
which Zem did ask y'all to stay back.
Yeah, so we'll stay
back in the city.
Stay
Okay.
back in the city. Yeah, yeah.
We'll find you guys in a brothel.
So you all groggy, kind of tired.
Well, I'm up.
Right, but like begin heading that way. And as you get closer, you can see the area has been taped off. And y'all see one guard who has had his shoulder bandaged up, and is like sitting there sipping on what looks like a warm drink, and just like blanket wrapped around him, like trying to just stay around if he needs to. You see, as y'all are approaching, a couple of the water watch in the process of taking a body off the wall.
Are they deceased?
And you see a familiar fletching arrow
Alright,
sticking
guys, we
out.
gotta
of
get our
him.
story straight.
Going to jail.
Caitlin, who?
I ain't going back.
Make a
to
history check for me.
No, does it have to do with Faye being undead?
both.
No,
No.
but
Murdered.
you'll get advantage for another. Or no, sorry, the DC's lowered for you specifically for another reason. Anyone else is welcome to make a history check.
I'll give it a shot. Fuck it.
I will.
Yeah, go for it.
It doesn't matter. I don't know what my history is.
Anyone
Nat
can
20.
make
Nat 20.
Your DC is lower, specific.
I don't think
You got a nat 20 on history?
Yeah, but I'm gonna
Damn.
figure out. Hold on.
Damn.
Yeah.
Boopy boo. No, it's the die.
Your rolls are great tonight for once.
Mine's
Stop saying that.
So what'd you get?
I got 10.
A 10. Okay, that was your DC.
Let's 10.
So you got
22.
nat 20, total of 22.
22.
22.
4.
4.
It's the one time you rolled out, let us savor it.
So you three
I'm gonna remember that till the day I die.
You three know this fact for very different reasons, actually. You know this fact because you lived here. You know how this
For a
city
while,
works. You know this fact because you read an extensive history of Taldore.
Cobalt soul thing. Yep.
You live in a library.
Yeah.
It's hard
It's
for you to
so
not know
important.
things.
Yeah.
Wait, you're a librarian? Fuck, that's all.
So, the three of you all come to the same realization at the same time. With the right number presented to the guards, if they were to recognize or put any sort of like blame towards Kaylin, the right amount of gold could get them all to shut up and forget about it.
Alright, guys, I don't have a lot of gold.
That's this kind of place.
Okay, hold on.
Bet.
How much I
Pay
have?
off. Okay.
This place is
Have we said anything to them yet?
overripe with corruption.
Okay. Can I go over to Huxley and
Zelpra.
Zelfra and just like whisper and just be like, okay, new objective for you guys. Come up with an amount of money to pay off the guard to shut up about what they saw. Okay.
What? I'm immediately. Did I pick up on that? Because I'm like.
Well, so y'all all came to the same realization. Whether or not y'all said anything to each other, that's
I'm
up to
just
y'all.
Gonna walk up and be like, "Who's the one in charge?"
To the crime scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Make a persuasion check.
Where's my skills? I need fucking glasses.
our leader is missing and we're falling into chaos already.
12. They look at you and
I'm in my Trelawney form, so blonde hair, goatee.
Okay,
nice
what-
guy look.
okay, and you also still have your shift weave. So what's your outfit look like?
Ah, fuck! I forgot. Just one of my suits. I completely
Okay.
forgot what one of my.
Okay, so you're looking pretty official.
Yeah.
I'll say advantage then,
Oh, okay.
Nice.
because you're looking officious. You look
Nice.
What did you say? Not
Persuasion.
Persuasion. 27.
27. Jesus
Damn.
Christ.
What? 27.
He looks at you and that would be me.
It's Ventura. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He looks at you and that would be me. I need a name. Sorry.
Name generator.
Chief Volto.
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 You're at Voltec. Sorry.
Volto?
Mind if I talk to you for a second? Chief.
Sure. Get this cleaned up and Bag as much as you can. Figure out as much as you can. See where those footprints led off to.
So I'm just.
You all hear that, by the way.
So I'm assuming since I rolled really high, I'm just gonna fucking RP.
Yeah,
You're fine with
he
that.
steps
So I'm gonna
off
be
to the
like,
side with
Hey
you.
Chief, I'm sorry, and I'm like bring his arm around and be like,
And
hey,
he-
do you mind and I'm gonna light up a cigarette. You want one, Chief?
Sure.
It's something I made. You like sweets?
From time to time.
You might like this one. It's kind of a bit of a caramelly. It's not harsh, but it's just right. It's
He-
that scratch.
Leans forward with it to have you light.
Tyrion's gonna pay
Because he doesn't have a light.
Premium stuff. You ever find
Appreciate it.
yourself
And he
wild mouth? Fuck.
he just puts a hand up and like kind of like pushes you off slightly. And what can I do for you? This is an active investigation happening.
I understand that. I forgot what I was gonna fucking say.
Yeah, but
Holy shit.
hey, if I give you this amount of money, please
No.
make this go
But I
away.
was gonna try and like, yeah. So like, I may have noticed something. All right, I'm gonna be frank with you, Chief. I can believe Balto. I'm gonna be frank with you, Balto. Our friend, kind of not in the right sense. Who was it that passed away? If you don't mind me asking.
This was
I'm gonna go over to Tyrion and just pat him on the back and go, guys.
this was one of our fresher members to the Water Watch.
That's unfortunate.
his
Any
name was
family?
Faradol.
Faradol? Does Faradol have any family?
He does, but not here.
Okay. Well, condolences. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out let's say 1,000 gold.
Okay, I was gonna say anything over 1,000 becomes an obnoxious amount that's very obvious.
Okay, I'm just gonna pull out 1,000 gold and be like,
Okay.
I trust, and I'm gonna look at him and make very stern contact. I'm gonna be like, I trust that every single point in here is going to make it to wherever his family is. When I say I don't care where his family is, that's not what I like. I care about the family. I wouldn't be giving this to you.
He
Okay? And then for your trouble, and I'm going to reach back out, and I'm going to look. Fuck. I'm going to give him 750 and be like, that's for you. Is there anybody else that we need to persuade? Any other guardsmen, other officials other than yourself?
a
Not
glimmer of
necessarily.
recognition of the intent comes across at this point.
Are we a part of this?
No, he's pulled the chief separate.
Separate.
Yeah, separate. And he looks at you and
Before you speak, Chief, let me assure you, we're trying to control the situation. I'm not going to give you a whole lot of information, but I will give you kind of like fucks with the bag for a second, just like.
he ushers you to stop fucking with the bag so close to the crime scene. And if it happens again, I will have no choice but to bring a friend in.
Understandable, Chief. That's why I'm going to make it my utmost duty to make sure she doesn't do that ghastly of a thing.
He fucked up.
He looks back towards the scene and make an insight check.
Blesses! Oh no! Oh yes! 14.
14. You say her, like refer to Kaylin, but without saying her name.
He said a friend.
You also said that, but he looks at you and looks back towards the scene itself, and like you notice he's trying to put some things together. They didn't believe it to be a person.
I knew it.
They didn't believe that a regular being, a regular person did this. In his mind, it was something that lived out there.
And I picked up on that.
Yeah, but from you saying friend, her, he puts together this was somebody who was in the city
Uh-oh.
And they're clearly not with y'all because none of y'all carry a bow. But he takes the money, and because the insight rolls over, he genuinely is honest with you, and he says, if it happens again, it won't disappear.
We'll take care of it ourselves in public view, if you would not mind. I know you have had your own blood spilled here, but I feel like it will go longer for the people of this place called Stillban. Right?
Stillben.
I feel like the people of Stillban, seeing those that are closest to the person, taking accountability in their own hands would go a lot further than, no offense towards you, the officials, the guards. I feel like it would send a better message of, if it happens, how much we regret that something like that is, and we will take care of our own, just as you take care of your own.
And he like puts his hand on your shoulder to shut you up. And he says, oh, fuck, I just had it in my head. Damn, I hate when this happens.
Yeah, welcome my world.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and says, if more people held their friends accountable like you, there'd be less issues in the world.
Aww.
I should throw him a vote.
He just gave him 750 gold.
Yeah, that's enough.
He just,
that's enough.
this man is living
For Stillban,
beyond
that's
his
enough.
means.
Technically, you gave him like almost 2,000.
Like, for all y'all know, he was,
50
for all you know, he was living in the low commons and now can afford to move up into the high commons.
Aww.
Oh, he's farting.
But,
Oh, did he?
Oh.
again?
um, but you are confident that they're not going to pursue this any further, and that he is going to continue to pitch the story that something from the woods was the reason. As you make your way back to the party, you all see Tiergrim have a conversation with this guard of the Water Watch guard who's dressed a little nicer. You would recognize his station as a chief.
Yeah.
Hands over 2 separate small leather pouches.
Jason's
So I'm just gonna
Takes one of them.
still kind of be at their ears and just be staring and just be like, never mind, forget what I said.
Yeah.
Just stay in the city.
And yeah, Tiergrim walks back.
I'm
The
gonna check behind me while walking to the group.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shift weave into my regular what our travel gear, so it's pretty much like a poncho.
Okay.
The poncho
Yeah.
thing. And I'm gonna look around. Does anybody see me shift out of that?
Are you actively trying to hide it?
No, I mean I'm not actively trying to hide it. It's gonna be one of those where if nobody's looking, I'm gonna actually change my appearance.
Oh, okay. I'll
So it's just
say
I'm walking away. I'm like, thanks, chief, and I walk away and do one of these.
I'll say make. We're gonna do 2 separate checks here.
Okay.
We're gonna do a perception check, and then you're gonna do a deception check.
Oh God, they're both great. Okay. So perception first.
Yeah, perception. This is to see what eyes might be
Where'd it go?
locking on to you.
14.
14.
Again.
You feel pretty confident. None of you are the main focus of any of this right now. There's still a body that they're dragging. People are still staring at a dead body. So you feel pretty confident that no one's paying attention to you outside of your companions. Go ahead and roll me a deception check. It's gonna be to see how well you can. So like any of the protagonists in an Assassin's Creed game, you disappear into the crowd. So much so that if anyone was trying to see you or track you through the crowd, you became a completely different person.
All right, so my shift weave goes to my travel
Yeah.
garment, and then my body, I go from the the blonde, kind of still have facial hair, bullshit, clean cut, into my taller but slimmer version of what I would be.
Red hair, black hair.
Oh no, just
Oh, you're.
my gossamer.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be one of those where it's just I don't fucking really care anymore. We're gonna get out of here. If I need to change, I need to change. But I want to be comfortable in my own skin.
Okay.
So it's gonna be one of those shift weave.
Huxley and Zelfra, you two see for the first time, with true knowledge that this is, you see Tiergrim in his true form, a changeling's true form. The beautiful, slightly reflective, like almost has this like natural sheen to it of like gossamer skin with these jet black
Can I
eyes.
touch you?
Yes.
Well, I'm walking towards. pretty much-
That's right. You would know about it because
Yeah.
conversations about him and his
Right.
ability to change, your
Right.
knowledge of Fae and things like that, you would put those things together. But seeing it, you can choose to feel however which way you want about it.
I wonder what his skin
You know
feels
what?
like.
Because it's been a while since we've had a description of Teargrim's true form.
Touch it.
Why don't you describe the build at least?
So
Because we know what
I
the
don't really.
surface
So I
looks
don't know how to explain gossamer. In
It's like this,
it's like a
this like shifting silvery
picture like the Aurora
pearlescent.
Borealis, but kind of like dumbed down.
Yeah.
And then what are we staring at?
I just realized that there's something on top of the TV.
Oh.
There's
Oh,
like a little
yeah.
dragon face.
Yeah. I put that up there a while ago.
So I'm gonna have it to where like I'm gonna be walking towards you guys. Who all is like looking in my direction right now? That is amongst friends. Is it just you?
I guess.
I mean, everybody's here. Everybody in this moment is here, except
So-
for Caitlin.
You're gonna see me shift from like what would be like Caucasian male blonde hair to the Gossamer Aurora Borealis kind of starry vibe, kind of like that.
Kind of like above the table here.
Lit.
And but I'm gonna add my flair just because being Fae and being around stuff like that, I'm gonna add like the kind of horns that I had at the very beginning. Where, anywho, you're gonna see these somewhat Gossamer-esque like horns, but they're gonna end in kind of like a bumblebee yellow tip at the very tips of them. And oh my god, they're not frost tips.
No, you take on this form and then like take a moment of recognition as you both do have like yellow tips of y'all's horns.
Oh. Well, what you see is I'm a little bit taller. Me naturally, didn't we say I'm like 6'4" or something like that?
Yeah. Your standard, yeah, 6'4", 6'4", 6'5".
So
It varies.
I'm a little bit taller than that. I'm again my skin and all of its gloriousness. I'm pushing almost 7 foot. Kind of skinnier, but not as built, but not gaunt. And so it's just to help. And I'm gonna get on my broom. And I'm gonna be like, look at you guys. What is everyone's reaction to
So
doing this nonchalantly?
you three
Yeah.
are seeing Teargrim's like true Gossamer form for the first time. What's y'all's reaction?
Magnificent. Can I touch you?
Oh,
I just am curious how your skin feels.
It feels like skin. What do you think? I'm a fucking
I
lizard?
also touched Huxley when I first met him.
Yeah, except I'm not corrosive. I
I'm
mean, my
able-
attitude might burn you a little bit, but
Violated.
You actually
You had to look at that for it?
That was gonna make a comment, but it's just like
It's getting worse and worse.
Belwyn
you've dealt with enough between these two.
Belwyn looks at you and goes,
I mustn't hide among friends anymore.
"Then
It's gonna be kind of not hypocritical. What's the fucking word? I'm gonna throw my hood up and it's just like I mustn't hide amongst friends and I'm gonna boost up off my shit and kind of try
your
and find
broom."
Torden and just be like I'm gonna hood off him. And be
Okay.
like, we got someone to find. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Okay.
pretty bad.
You hop on your broom?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all watch Torden out of nowhere leap up onto the back of the broom and like sit on the bristles. Like riding
And he's
a
a-
Is he
flying
letting us
broom.
know what?
And it's pretty much gonna he's
no.
gonna be communicating with me.
Yeah,
for the most
so
part.
Yeah.
is there anything else anyone is doing at this crime scene or who's all heading in to the swamp?
I
Zem,
thought only.
is it still the same plan? Zem,
Yeah.
Teargrim, Belwyn? Okay.
Oh, it's all three of you are going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just you and Bellin. My bad.
No.
Eh,
I thought that's
So it's
Yeah.
me, Huxley.
yeah, it's you and Huxley.
Yeah.
It's you and Huxley back
Mhm.
at the crime scene if that's where y'all want to stay, or if y'all want to go back to Outpost
Is there
Town.
anything we can do to help Kaylin for when she does get back? Like she said that she went out from exhaustion.
I mean,
She's probably like
Is she beaten up?
I'll say,
Is she gonna need first aid?
is there a skill that you're wanting to do here to try and prepare something for her?
I have no idea.
Like, is there a specific one of your skills that you're thinking you could use to, like, prepare something for her to help her recover.
These are-
Yes. What's your question? Oh.
Oh, I call people buttholes too.
Yeah.
No, you butthole.
I would
No,
say
this is
like
Patrick.
medicine. But I don't have a good.
Yeah,
I can try that.
if you want to do something with medicine, we can say you can start trying to whip up some sort of like
Or is there
maybe like some good
salad?
foods or tinctures
I
or
don't think I have any like healing potions. Oh, is there a place I can go to get hers? Like a healing potion?
healing potions don't do much for exhaustion. They're more for like recovering stamina and
I'm
health.
thinking like if she went out and was just worrying about shit, like she hurt herself in the process.
Yeah, I mean, you can always go and try to attempt to find some. Like
go
see if any.
shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
just
go
go around
do
the
some
town,
shopping.
walk
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Go with me also?
Okay. Cool. Well,
Shopping trip.
yeah, we'll get back to that in a moment then. The
How
rest
thick
of
is the
you.
swamp? Sorry. How thick is the swamp?
So where Stillben is centered, it's thinned out on purpose. Beyond Stillben and like the main kind of like thoroughfare paths and roads, it's pretty thick. It's pretty murky. Is gross. It stinks. It is.
I've
It's
slept in swamps
like
before, but like how thick is like the foliage and
The fol-
shit?
You slipped in a swamp before?
most of the eye line through here isn't broken up by tree, but instead is broken up by like vine and ivy and like there isn't a lot of trees in your eye line.
So it'd
As
probably be
compared
bad
to, like-
be like I'll stay above the canopy to get a bird's eye view because I wouldn't be seeing shit.
Yeah, like you could attempt to still see through things. It's just it's not easy. It's
I'll stay ground and play fucking grounder.
okay.
Can I swing through the vines to keep up with the broom?
Oh, I'm not.
He can slow himself down. He doesn't have
I
to.
also don't think it lucky.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean,
I'm a pretty princess.
okay.
Oh my
I'll say
God.
give me an acrobatics check.
Yes, I get to use my new acrobatics score. I
wanna
was
see your
hoping
dice
I
roll.
would.
I want to see your dice roll.
And I love the idea that Belwyn is like taking his
Positive vibes.
he's taking his immovable rods and just like monkey barring.
Oh yeah, dude, that's actually kind of fucking cool.
Okay, I can work with it. That's a 22.
22. Okay, yeah. So none of you are touching the ground. Like all three of you have some means of keeping yourself from touching the ground.
I just picture fucking Gordon just going that way.
So Torden is still like keeping his nose on the air as you're traveling. He's
Fuck, I
kind of
forgot
leading you.
What I rolled for him.
Insane. It was like 20. You got a natural 20 or something. No, you
Yeah,
got like
I
a
got-
27 total or something
yeah.
like that.
While we're traveling, can I mentally just check in with Arechi and just be like, should we try again with the whole waking and aggressive thing, or should we just carry her back and let her rest?
I think right now, I think she just needs to rest for a little bit longer.
Okay.
She's not. Whatever that was, I think she's gotten some of it out of her.
You know her best because you're in her mind. In the state she's in, if we accidentally wake her up, is she gonna flip shit and do what she did to that guy to us? We won't die. But like,
She might, even if she tries, she might not have the energy to
okay.
go through with it. She literally wore herself exhausted. From a mechanical standpoint,
Basically,
she took 2 points of exhaustion,
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
which you can go ahead and mark that you have 2 points of exhaustion.
Okay, I'm gonna just last thing I'm gonna be like, is she hurt?
That's a good question.
does that mean physical and mental exhaustion? What does that mean?
Exhaustion has a whole mechanical thing to it.
Okay.
The more levels of exhaustion, no, you're good. The more levels of exhaustion that you get, the harder it is to exist.
To do anything.
If you
Like,
get
all you-
6 points of exhaustion, you die.
She got 2.
She has 2.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
right
They're both
now,
the way to death.
right now, so that you're aware, you have disadvantage on all your ability checks.
Okay.
So anything that's like strength, dexterity, constitution, those checks. And your speed is halved.
God damn.
Damn.
You're literally crawling at this point.
And to reduce levels of exhaustion, you have to take a full long rest.
Oh god.
Or find other magical means to do so.
You said what?
To reduce levels of exhaustion.
Oh.
Yeah. In other words,
Hmm.
to not be exhausted, you have to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No shit, Sean.
Or use magical means to like restore your stamina and things like that.
What about words of encouragement?
Usually
No.
Unless you're a bard.
So can you
I
sleep
play the
or-
lute.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's what he said.
Yeah.
Sleep
Sleep,
or magical.
sleep or magical means.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Words of
It's
encouragement
called.
doesn't help.
But one long rest generally only gets one level of exhaustion down.
Oh, I have the sending stone.
So
But to who?
even if she finishes out a long rest now,
I think it's
she'll still have one level of exhaustion.
We can move her completely.
Or at least just for this night.
One more thing.
Yes. As y'all are continuing to make y'all's way.
Zem's just gonna be like, update me if anything gets close to her.
I don't know what it is with what happened with her last night, but
oh, didn't get
all of that. I'll let her tell you what was going on. But I tapped into stuff that I wasn't even aware that I could. Stuff that I probably sits in my memories
Okay.
that I didn't know that I had.
Okay.
But you'll see when you get here.
Okay. Just update me if you sense anything with
I-
your bow sensing abilities. You weirdo.
I'll tell you, there's about 4 or 5 different creatures around us right now. None of them are any sort of hostile.
Okay. Sounds good. Let us know if one's hostile.
And then Jameson falls from the sky. Oh god.
Y'all continue following this trail that Torden
What we
is
need when our
pointing
leaders
y'all
have.
in.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't take y'all that long. It's about an hour of travel out of Stilden.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
But y'all are in thick, dense part of the swamp.
So like
Like-
3 hours.
Like y'all, if y'all were traveling by foot, it would have taken y'all 3 hours. But because y'all are not touching the ground,
Like it shit.
yeah, yeah, y'all are able to get this distance in an hour.
Fuck yeah.
But y'all come to a section of the swamp where the grass is a lot greener. Like that's the first thing that catches y'all in this area is the grass is a lot greener. The smell isn't as unpleasant. And you swear you can see some like beautiful flowers growing around the area. Set dead center of it is a sleeping Caitlin. Make a perception check for me.
All of us?
Yep. The 3 of you that are
Yeah,
here.
I realized after I looked, I was like, no, that's not me.
Mm.
23 for Belwin.
No,
Total?
I was gonna ask if I could do the survival check, but
I perceive 14.
Okay.
I don't see.
You see what Arechi was talking about with 4 or 5 creatures being around?
Uh-huh.
You see there is a crocodile,
Oh god.
but it's smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like not curled up anywhere near Kalen, but like maybe 15 feet
Just
away.
like chilling.
Yeah, just curled up and like eyes facing towards so that he can see Kalen. You see a couple small like rodent-like creatures that as soon as they see you like scurry down and stand next to Kalen, almost like slightly defensively.
I was about to ask, can I tell if the animals are being defensive or if it's just happenstance?
You get a sense also coming up into the space, you feel that ability to connect with Arechi again. Teargrim,
Duh.
you also get a sense when Torden kind of like attitude kind of shifts slightly in
So
coming
what?
into this space with Arechi. Protective.
Okay, I was gonna say, so he shifted from what? Curious and
from
determined?
like determined to protective, and goes and like hops off the broom and like walks over towards Kaylin and like sits next to her. You, because you are he is your patron,
Yeah.
you kind of like register this is what he was talking about. This is his thing that he didn't know he could do. Reggie.
I'm gonna just say out loud. Oh, so you are just a little pretty princess who can be friendly with animals. Cool.
Sure, I guess I'm some sort of like fairy tale princess.
Cool. Okay. Could you tell them that it's okay if we take her?
I think they kind of already know.
Okay.
Yeah, as y'all begin to step forward, the creatures that have become a little more protective in this moment, don't pay any mind to you or Belwyn. They do look at you and just like stare, except for Torden, of course. He looks at you and
Can I roll for animal handling?
yeah.
Okay.
Go and make an animal handling check.
Oh shit! I didn't realize I was that high on animal handling.
It's confusing though that Belwyn
Oh fuck.
is going essentially unnoticed by them.
I got 15.
15? They all like they're still trepidatious. Like they're still keeping themselves on alert, but they see that Torden is like, and you know how animals all communicate with each other. They're standing down enough to allow y'all to approach. Yeah, you notice the thing with Belwyn. You see his mark is slightly glowing in this area. Yeah. It takes a moment, and then you're like, oh yeah, Nephilim is literally like the one who's in charge of Reggie's Grove right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
or sorry, not Nephilim, Nephilis. The ring that she gave y'all is the Nephilim ring.
Yeah.
But y'all approach, and Kaylin's snoozing, and y'all get a better look in the daylight now. Half her horns are just black.
Okay.
Her fingers from like the top knuckle up are gray, and her fingernails are black and cracked.
Okay.
Parts of her fur have become darker on her legs.
Interesting. Okay. Well, let's get her on your broom, clear broom. As much as I hate to say this, I need you to hold her to make sure she doesn't fall off and we lose her in the swampy water.
It's not the first time I've had to pick her up. Not like that.
So I'm just gonna tear up. You like, just take her and go. Go get the dog.
say- You can make either an athletics check or a dexterity check.
Oh fuck. Yeah, let's go with athletics.
Okay, to get Kaylin up. The higher you are, the more gentle you are.
Wait, what's that's 27 again?
27.
What's 9 plus 18? That's 20.
Yeah, it's 27.
Okay.
Hella gentle.
Belwyn is surprised by the grace and gentleness that you show here. Even you're surprised. Like, just from the stories that you've heard of him, he is this, like, angry, rough around the edges, like...
So I'm just moaning right now.
And you see him not even get off the broom, just, like, lean over and, like, tilt down, gently scoop under her, and continue the momentum to bring her back up and sitting upright on the broom.
Oh my god, the big tough barbarian has a soft body.
I'm gonna whistle and tell Gordon to get up on it.
Jumps up onto the broom.
Oh, well.
Belwyn asks if you want him to stay next to you to keep her from falling over.
No, can I don't. We didn't come up with a name for the broom since it's kind of had that like Anastasia bullshit that we did to it. So I'm just gonna call it Bristles for now.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
I'm gonna kind of do like an internal like prayer and like kind of like softly speak down the bristles and be like, "You're in control of this." It's just like I need your best at the moment.
Actually, roll me a d6. And I won't tell you what this is for.
6.
6. So you say this, and at this point, how are you holding Kaylin? Like, are you...
Well, so like when I swooped down, it would have been one of those things where it's just like the small of the back, legs over, and holding like the back of the head. And
Okay,
whatnot.
so you're almost
And
like...
it's
Bridal
almost like
carry.
it's like a kind of a bridal carry.
Okay.
It's just asleep up on the shoulder and whatnot, and I'm holding on to the broom
Okay.
with my fucking legs at the moment.
So baby
Okay.
style.
Yeah,
Kind of.
so you essentially have her like...
Well, she's not fucking Beth and Daryl's arm after she got shot in the fucking
Right, but
head.
you got her like head on your shoulder,
Yeah.
holding her like this, and then like her legs.
Think Hagrid carrying baby Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, or Hagrid carrying Harry in the last movie.
Yes.
We'll talk about that movie.
But okay, you say that, and Zem, you and Belwyn watch Tiergrim's broom. Without him, like you hear him slightly say something, but then you watch his broom gently almost nod, and then begins to take off, weaving through the trees and everything.
Zem's just gonna wipe away that one solid tear and just. I swear I'm gonna bet that man. And just like. After, like Tarzan.
You and Belwyn begin following Tiergrim.
Can I do like, since I actually like have hands on, can I do like a medicine check with like just to make sure nothing bad's
Sure.
happening?
Yeah, we'll say just
Can
to
I do
give
it with
her.
advantage since I'm holding her,
I'll say it would be advantage because you're holding her,
but I'm
but disadvantage because you're on the broom. So
Okay.
it'll just be straight roll.
I got 3. You're
Um,
not gonna die if I roll.
Yeah. she's not bleeding.
Do I feel any like broken bones or anything out of place?
You're also like trying to just keep her held while your broom is autopiloting.
27 and a fucking. I
Right.
feel like I'm doing
It-
well.
You don't see any wounds. There's nothing visible on her other than the blackening of spots on her. And there's a part of you that thinks that like something may have caught her on fire at one point. Like you're unsure. And then you remember like at one point she made explosive arrows.
Oh fuck.
And like you think about that and you like cautiously like kind of like drop her legs a little bit and go to like wipe on the horns. It's not coming off.
Lift up her fingers and nothing. Does it
No.
feel weird?
The tips of her fingers, despite their coloration, feel warm.
So they just feel natural.
Yeah.
It's just a.
The color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wear a different skin.
Um,
Oh my god.
and even though she is sleeping, her body temperature is slightly lower than normal. Like, it's that weird thing where like, if you've ever been around someone who had some sort of like, what is it? Whenever terminal illness,
Yeah.
and they're in the like later stages.
Yeah. It's called hospice.
But they're in the later stages of it. Maybe they're in hospice, or they've been put in
We
the
got that
hospital. But
That fucking blanket.
their skin feels
Yeah, sorry.
cold, but still slightly warm. Like it's that. It's like somebody who's nearing death's door. Slightly has you worried, but you feel a heartbeat still, a strong heartbeat. So your concern is slightly washed away. It's this like confusing, like, is she dead? Is she alive? Is she hurt? Is she not? You're not exactly sure on anything right now.
Not to be weird, since I kind of have my shift weave and it's a poncho, like it's one of those long things. I'm gonna like kind of like untuck it because I'm assuming she'd be on it. And I'm gonna just try and cover like as much as I can with her, get her warm body heat.
Yeah, sure,
whatnot.
sure. You all begin to head back in to Stillben.
I did something.
Kaylin,
Oh god, you're gonna kill me.
the events of last night are a blur to you. You remember going to sleep in the outpost. You remember that shadowy figure. You remember the feelings, the emotions. And that's all you can remember as your eyes gently begin to open and light begins to pour in. And you're being carried through the swamp, moving swiftly. The face right in front of you, a very old familiar face of a gossamer skinned man who has horns for some reason.
Well, that's special. I'm sorry. I'm shut up. I'm not.
Whatever.
You're
I'm
salty.
sorry.
And
No,
also
I'm not salty. Like as a viewer, I'm like.
also in your view you see monkey barring his way with immovable rods, a familiar gnomish friend, Belwyn.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah.
Picturing that. That's so badass.
And you see swinging like across and out between on vines is Zem. You only see the three of them, and there's still some of those emotions in you. You still feel them. They're not going away. But for the first time since all of that,
Okay.
you feel safe.
Aw.
And then you slightly drift back to sleep. Because you are exhausted. That's where we're going to go ahead and go to break. We're going to go ahead and go to break. Just so we might be able to get Kate in here, and also if anyone needs to go to do things. So go to the bathroom, get yourself a drink, snack, whatever you got to do. We'll be back here in a little while. It's been a while since we've taken a break.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm losing my job here. I'm just the DM at this point.
I had to
We're back. We dropped Huxley. He needed to get to bed. But we are back, and we're going to go ahead and just come back to Outpost Talon. It is early morning, like maybe a couple hours just after dawn. You guys have reconvened inside of Outpost Talon. And as you all do enter in to the outpost, Huxley is already there and waiting. And you see Shadea and Rowan are also sitting at the table with Huxley. Zelfra, go ahead and give me an investigation check for your roaming about the city to find something to help Kaylin.
Y'all think about some tea or something when she wakes up? Investigation.
Yes. 21. You actually don't have to travel too far. You tell Huxley that you're like, hey, I'm gonna go see if I can find something to like help her when she comes back. He's like, okay, cool, I'll let anyone know. And you like walk maybe 25 feet and Rowan greets you like, oh, y'all are up early.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of give him a rundown of what's happening and he goes, we've got stuff back at the outpost.
Oh,
And
nice.
Takes you back to the outpost.
Sweet, they love you.
Yeah, so Zelfra is also at the table. And you see Zelfra has started to prepare some sort of concoction to help Kaylin out. As you all enter in, Tiergrim, are you the one leading in first, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Zelfra, you and Huxley see Tiergrim carrying Kaylin. And she is, I almost said Danny. She is out cold. You can see her chest rising and falling, but she is out cold, and those markings and everything are a lot more than they were last night.
Oh, shoot.
Where are you taking Kaylin? What you doing with her?
Probably to her room.
Okay. You just lay her down in her bed?
Yeah.
Okay. Peaches is still in there.
Oh, there with Peaches.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah, Peaches is still in there, and he sees you bring her in and immediately gets up and starts sniffing her and
Making sure she's okay.
yeah, and like is checking on her. You get Kaylin set down in the bed, or you propping her up so that Peaches can cuddle with her? Or...
Yeah, I was gonna like try and like just quietly communicate with Peaches, like,
I'll say make an animal handling check. You get advantage.
oh, hello, Baldur's Gate. Sorry.
Because you and Peaches have an extensive history.
26.
26. Is that with advantage? Could get a nat 20.
Yeah, 26 again.
Okay. So you say, lay down. And Peaches looks at you and just, okay. Very gently, and then lays down.
And I'm just gonna take the blanket off the bed and like just kind of like throw it around her.
Okay.
Touch Peaches on the nose and go, and then just walk out.
Peaches curls up a little bit more to like get her to lay down comfortably. The rest of you all converge in the center space area or zone, yeah?
So what all happened to the poor thing? Do you guys know?
She basically hunted and just fought random shit until she was absolutely drop dead exhausted.
I forgot the
Or were there?
there's a body involved.
There's.
You saw the
Yeah,
bodies.
Yeah, I saw that. Or were there any
You saw the
more
body.
bodies?
Not that we saw,
Okay.
but she could have taken a windy path and it
How
could
long
have
until she's recovered? Do we need a skedaddle or?
You all hear Arechi able to speak to you all again.
Alright, I miss you.
If y'all are down for it, it's been a while since I've done this, but I can show y'all her memories.
Oh yay!
Oh yeah. let's do it.
Hold on, I'm gonna need some alcohol for this.
Yeah, and I need some flour. Because it's been a stressful
Whatever
day.
she's been working on smells like some sort of brew before you start to ferment it.
I was just gonna reach in my bag and get the good stuff.
There you go. I was gonna say that's the quickest thing that's visible. But if you've got your bag, so you get your stuff in there.
Well, it's the shit that
Daisy gave you?
no Talmac gave me.
Oh.
It's literally from a
It's
different planet.
yeah,
Of
yeah.
your
It's
existence or whatever.
it's the ambrosia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Tirgrim pulls out this intricate, gorgeous bottle that looks alien. Like it does not look of this world. Pops the cork and the room immediately smells with the scent of fruits, flowers, sweets, sex. Like all these just like smells that are wonderful.
That's my God.
Yes.
Damn it!
In fact, so much so that Shadea and Rowan also like notice and are like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, yeah.
Rowan and Shadea, two of the Clary Order members who are
Oh yeah,
also
that's
here.
right. Fuck.
Does it burn my nostrils or can I enjoy it?
I would say because it comes from my spirit home. It
Make-
wouldn't do anything.
Make a wisdom check for me.
Because what's what race is Surtur again?
He's a fire giant.
Wisdom check?
Wouldn't affect them, I think. I mean, but then again, they're tied to that portion of
It's
reality.
her lineage that's the problem. That could be the problem.
I would just say it wouldn't hurt.
21.
Ooh, 21.
Anyone?
So to everyone else, this is sweet. It is
Intoxicating without
yeah, like this is like walking into a candy store that like actively makes the candy that they sell. Like it is a wonderful smell. Zem, you smell spice. Like it smells like paprika, cayenne. Somebody was chopping like garlic, and it smells like ginger. It's like
and it's
it smells like curry almost.
Okay.
Like it smells
It's
like it's
not-
going to burn.
it's not bad, but like it's
Yeah. It smells like it's going to burn, but not in a physical sense, more of just like a spice.
okay.
Like it's gonna be
I
spicy
can
as
enjoy it if
fuck.
I want to.
Yeah.
It's just going to actually be spicy.
Yeah, it's like a jalapeno Bloody Mary.
That's a good comparison to some white.
Oh.
And that's actually
But Teargrim, if you wish to share, most of the people in this room are probably willing to imbibe.
I'm gonna pass it around.
Okay. As you do, and y'all begin to drink a little. It's a good thing that he gave you this all because the download that you get is terrifying.
Oh God, Moose.
Perfect that she walked away because her character doesn't remember these things.
Moose.
You all see from Kalen's perspective your own selves.
Moose.
Moose.
It's okay.
You all see your own selves standing in front of Kalen. You all see the same interaction from last night.
Stop it, you're fucking.
And you watch her bolt out of the building, head towards the swamp at the city's edge. You feel the anxiety that spikes when you hear voices say, "Excuse me, can you explain what you're doing out here?" Before you watch two arrows get knocked and released. Before impact even happens, you watch her vision turn back towards the swamp and begin running.
Jesus.
In the swamp, Zem, this takes you slightly by surprise because like you knew this was a thing out here, but it was only rumor. But you watch Kalen begin to kill imps out in the middle of the swamp.
Jesus.
These small
The Clarion
fiendish.
Order
Yeah, these small fiendish creatures. She just starts sniping them.
Damn.
You watch her begin to cleave at other night predators that loom through these swamps. Uh, each of you form your own ideas of how to perceive this, but Teargrim, yours I feel like I could explain slightly. This is an apex predator
Mm-hmm.
owning their territory.
The old hymn that's still in there's like, yes.
Yeah.
Kill, 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 kill.
But you watch these events of essentially a creature being territorial and defending its territory and its space. It is violent, it is brutal. And you watch as it comes to a close, standing in a small clearing of a space in the swamp where you found her. Not quite as lively as it was when you found her, though. Before her vision goes dark. And Arechi says, that was everything she remembers. She was out pretty much fucking cold. Like, she was sleeping so hard that she didn't even pop into her dream space.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's deep.
yeah. I think she was tired on more than just a physical level.
Yeah. I mean, I would be too if I basically entered my primal, emotion-driven reaction.
It's strange though, cause like after the assassins, it's kind of like that came to life in her. Like these feelings of just primal survival. And it's honestly fucking terrifying. Like y'all saw Surface. I'm in here with that.
That's true.
That sounds awful.
It's kind of
Do
terrible.
you think she has like forgotten memories concerning the unseelie?
She's put together a lot of different ideas as to what's going on there. But I don't remember her saying anything to y'all about who or even what her dad is. Some of y'all met her mom,
Yeah.
but now her dad comes from a place very, very, very different from the Feywild. Some of y'all are already pretty familiar with it. The Shadowfell.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, big O.
The few of the ideas that she has as to the assassins coming after her is, I mean, she knows the story of her parents and his self-sacrifice to save her life, and not just her life, but also Kaylin's and her siblings' lives. But I guess the courts didn't know that Kaylin and her siblings existed. I think they were just under the assumption that it was just the two of them. Just the couple, just the marriage. No heir to the name, as it would be.
Is she like royalty?
With how the events played out, no. Had they played out in
that technicality.
had things played out in a different way, and her mother stayed at the courts, y'all would be walking around with essentially the mortal world equivalent of a duchess.
Okay.
Okay, now I understand why the unsealing is so focused on her.
The Unseelie never worked with her parents, though.
Unsealing will focus on anything that gives them reason to focus on them, whether they were worked with or not.
And they are kind of cons like that.
I guess that's fair. I mean, what I know about my fucking self is somewhere east, and that's all I even know about that. So
That's fair.
I couldn't tell you. I know what I've seen through Kaylin's eyes for the last 50 some odd years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You've been with her longer than I've been alive.
well, elves live a little while longer. Time's a little weird for them.
That's fair.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Not that.
Are you asking DM or Arechi?
I'm asking you.
Okay.
Oh.
Now that I am wholly amongst mortal things or whatever, can I go back up to her room and
It's down a hall.
It's down a
yeah,
hall.
it's just down the
well,
hall.
I'm just gonna go to her room, and I'm just gonna sit down, like right in front of her. I'm assuming she's still kind of like propped up against Peaches.
Yeah. She has like fallen a little bit, but not in a way that's like uncomfortable. She's fallen kind of more into the nooks and crannies of Peaches, and so she's like cuddling now with Peaches.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there and I mean she won't be able to hear me because I have my open booth bullshit. So,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna sit down in a way that like I'm assuming like Peaches can like move his head,
Yeah, he eye opens when you come in and he looks at you.
and I go and sit down, and I'm gonna get in like a cross like I'm about to fucking meditate, and it's gonna be one of those things that I'm going to take her hand in mine.
Okay.
And I'm going to try some either religious meditation and try and tune in and see if I can get anything more like out of her. So like see if I can see
Okay.
something.
Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a religion check?
27.
27. Are you leaning for the inspiration or guidance of any one particular of the prime deities you've called out to before?
Or right, she's technically a deity, right?
No,
Not in that sense.
not in that sense.
It's pretty much.
I mean the prime deities in the sense of like Corellian, Laura.
Okay, I was gonna say. I
Yeah.
was gonna be like, I'm going to not necessarily reach out for one. I'm gonna lean heavily on Corellian, right? Would he need like someone that can get in touch with like Feywild? and
Yeah,
stuff like
he
that?
is the god of the elves.
Okay, so I'm gonna like reach out for everyone, but I'm like if I were to be having a conversation, I'd be leaning more on Corellian,
Okay.
and I'm just pretty much gonna sit there and send that out. It's like there has to be more. Give me eyes and ears to see and hear something that we might be missing.
Okay. You sit there and putting that faith out there, saying this small prayer of intention, focusing in. A familiar androgynous face passes your view, as well as an image of Katha,
I don't think I met Katha yet, did I?
Sanine.
Oh, sorry, Moose.
And a porcelain white mask.
Yay! Say something.
You open up your own essence in this moment, and
Dude, I'm going full Jedi.
yeah, like you are kind of in this moment, like becoming one with the essence of divinity around you in the space. Like you are reaching out beyond yourself.
So if you guys come in and see my clothes on the ground, I probably just force ghosted and I'm no longer in existence.
Um,
Sorry, I had to make the joke.
That's so fucking funny.
You
So fucking sarcastic.
I know. I was being serious though. I
I
was
don't
like,
care. I just thought it'd be
I'm
funny.
just-
You come in, it's just like, where is he? And he's just like,
who is here? So, for a second, in this space, you begin, like, the darkness that is the closed eyelids becomes sight.
bet.
And, like, Toph, whenever she first figured out metal, or, like, whenever we saw Toph's vision and how she saw everything,
Oh.
you see these, like, colorless silhouettes, these shapes and outlines. You see sitting before you, although the space is all colorless, there is varying levels of energy coursing through them. You see some things that lean very, very, very dark and into the shadows. You see some things that lean a little more into the light. You get a sense you are seeing what some of the gods see. In a sense, you are seeing good and evil.
Okay.
And the blinding white frame of Peaches surrounds this tumultuous, never mixing body of black and white.
Holy fuck.
Like trying to mix milk and like
oil.
ink, but they never mix together. It's just black and white
So the yin and
swirling
yang,
around.
if it was moving around pretty
Just constant flow.
Oh god. You're evil.
You also get like expand this sense out with a 27. You expand this sense out beyond just this room.
Oh shit. Okay.
None of us are
You
aware this is happening.
no.
I kind of just.
You
Oh, okay.
sense entities above you. On the floor above you.
On the floor above me?
On the floor above you.
So am I still in the room?
You're still in the room with Caitlin, but on the floor above you, there are 3 other entities. 2 of them as dark as night.
Oh fuck!
Like, these are beings of pure evil.
And they're physically, like, actually above
Mhm.
me, like, in the real world. Fuck!
And one of them, a state of neutrality, neither good nor evil.
Can I discern just the basics of these people? Like
There's
race, greed.
there's
stuff like that?
silhouettes.
There's silhouettes.
So using this space to see, it's not like physically looking up at them. The 2 that are evil are medium humanoid creatures.
Okay.
Humanoid in the like physical
Yeah, I know
sense.
what you mean. 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 head.
Right. You do get one of them very, very, very strong infernal
Oh,
lineage. The other one almost feels like the opposite of what you would find on Yizgard. Like on Yizgard, it was devoted warriors to
Yeah.
battle. This is people who thirst for bloodlust and destruction.
So it's just psychopath.
Kind of. Like this, if Yizgard sits here, this is whatever sat over here.
Okay, that's bad.
Um,
That's real bad.
And Yizgard is closer to like chaotic good.
And this one is just burn.
This would be
everything, burn the
lawful
fuck of it.
evil.
Oh.
This would be lawful evil. And then the other entity, you're unsure. There's something about them that just isn't right. That's obvious.
Would that be because of their neutrality? They're not sure of themselves?
No, you're just like, their moral compass doesn't feel like right. Like, okay, so in this sense, you get a really good sense. Peaches is the goodest boy.
Yeah. That's okay.
Kaylin is fighting with something in herself.
Okay.
There are 2 extremely evil entities above you, and then this guy
The gray man.
who just like, he's not good, he's not evil, and also just isn't. Like, he exists, but he doesn't. Like, he's this weird in-between state. You've never experienced anything like this. Just in your time.
Okay.
It's weird.
I'm gonna put those. Is there any more?
I'll say, because this kind of like trips you up a little bit, but just before you kind of snap out of this, you feel your friends out in the space, and none of them are shadowed.
Okay.
None of the people in the space that you've traveled with thus far have any sort of like deep darkness to them. There is some in some of them,
Well, yeah.
but
obviously.
you get us mechanically, nobody is evil in the party.
Okay, can I do something that could be potentially not dangerous in the sense of like impending death to me or anybody? Is there a mirror in this portion of where I'm seeing these things?
Are you trying to see your own
Yeah.
sense?
Without actually looking down, I want to.
I mean, you are kind of already like, you're seeing beyond your own senses in this
Okay.
moment.
So what am I
so-
looking like? Am I like the gray man or
You're
am I like the party?
so your neutrality is, I believe, chaotic neutral, right?
Yes. No, we changed that. How do I check that on here again? Is it in extras?
It's in your description.
On chaotic neutral, yes.
Chaotic neutral. I mean, no, you have that like gray. You are gray. You're not black. You're not white in the sense of this vision that you're seeing in the monochrome that you're seeing.
Is that like the individual upstairs? Less like morality, but it's like I don't want to be words hard.
It's
How
not.
close are our colors together?
You lean a little brighter than him,
Okay.
but you try and like compare yourself to him in this moment, and like thinking back towards him, putting your focus on him breaks whatever this was. Like, whatever it is with him is interfering with that.
Okay. So I didn't get anything else. We like my main thing like doing this was to try and get more information out of Arachi. I didn't get anything else other than
Oh,
what's going.
I didn't mention Arechi has no color, despite being a sentient thing.
So is it just like an outline, pretty
Mhm.
much of like what his silhouette
Mhm.
would be? It's translucent.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Transparent,
Transparent.
no color. There is no color to it, not nor white, nor black, nor gray. Which is strange considering it's supposed to be like, this is a sentient thing.
Yeah.
They generally fall on one side of the spectrum. There's no color here.
I thought you did say that.
Nope, I didn't mention it. I forgot to. I'm mentioning it now, and you're remembering it
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you're
sorry.
like coming back to.
Focus is all over the place. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm thinking about all of that.
Yeah, so with that, you come back to this, and you were attempting to like just gain more information of like what's happening here. Those who answered gives you information. Corellian, Sanine, and the Matron of Ravens. Those give you some information, as well as seeing that tumultuous state that she's in points into some directions, gives you some clues. I'll say what you garner is her own self is fighting. Like, there's a part inside of her that is this beautiful essence of chaotic, good, or not good, but like beauty.
Yeah.
That is the Fae part of her.
Yeah.
And then there's another part of her that is this miserable, shame-filled, just despair-driven Shadar Kai lineage that are fighting with each other.
Could I tell who was winning, or was it just too early on? to
It's
figure it out?
it's constantly moving and changing. It's like trying to tell how much of your slice of marble cake is vanilla versus chocolate. It's like,
Fair. Fair. Okay. So I
Um,
snap out of this.
But you snap out of this and come back to, and you're sitting in the space, looking from your own eyes again.
Did I wake her up?
No.
Okay. Can I, I'm gonna try and listen and see if the people above us are doing anything.
Okay, I'll say go ahead and make me a perception check. And real quick, Zelfra, you were in the process of like making up some sort of like remedy and
Mhm.
whatnot. Are you wanting to administer that now?
I was thinking, like more she. Well,
Okay.
is it something that she's gonna be ingesting, like eating?
It depends on what you're trying to make here. If you're trying to make like a tonic,
I was thinking something like a tea, tonic.
like a like a something to drink.
Yeah.
Some sort of
yeah.
like sipping medicine. Okay,
Yeah.
so then yeah, you would probably
Help, like,
wait until she's
replenish,
yeah.
energy and.
Yeah, so you can wait until she's awake then. Rowan is going to just interject in this like awkward silence that's going on in this center room. He's just gonna be like, Zem,
My darling. What can I help you with?
would it be all right if I used some magic to maybe help your friend?
Depends.
He pulls out his tiny little pocket spell book,
Yeah, show me.
flips through the pages. Zelfra, this is
I was
an
about to say.
this is an adorable little spell book.
I want one. Where can I get one?
I made this. It's easier to hide.
Can you make me one?
And you could, did you not make your spell book?
I did, but it's not many like yours.
You could always make a new one.
I could.
You could always make one to keep on hand and the other one be a backup.
My keepsake.
And you watch him flick his wrist, and suddenly a full-size spell book
Oh, that's dope.
is in his hand, and he flicks it again. Make an Arcana check to see if you recognize the spell.
I was gonna ask if I.
But he shows you a page in his spell book.
Sounds like in the
17.
17. Wrist pocket.
I memorized my skills almost already because everything dies on me.
Wrist pocket is the name of the spell. It's literally a cantrip to open up to store something small in a
Oh, that's cool.
pocket dimension that exists on your wrist type
Yeah.
thing. Zem, the spell he's showing you is Lesser Restoration. If she's beyond physically exhausted, no. This will only help her physically recover.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could.
Okay. In fact, and you watch him like take a moment to recognize everybody else in this room's like emotion and like feelings, and he just, better yet, he tucks his spell book back away, pulls out a piece of vellum, and begins writing down a spell scroll of Lesser Restoration. So that he doesn't have to be the one to go deliver it. And that takes him about an hour.
Jesus.
It takes a while to make a spell scroll.
That's fair.
But in that time, Teargrim, you have this vision, more or less,
Oh, sorry, Goose.
and come back to.
So he's come back.
He's still in the space. You were
Oh, okay.
wanting to do what again?
Oh yeah.
Fucking, perception check on the people. Above.
Oh yeah, that's right. What did you get for that?
21, sorry.
21. You don't hear any movement up there. Like, despite the fact that there are beings up there, it doesn't sound like it. And then you think you think back to like Daisy's and other places that you've been in your life that store people and things. Sometimes magic can be put in place to dampen the sound that they make in the space. So it could be that there is some sort of magical audio dampening, or
Let me ask you this just for clarification. I know for a fucking fact they are up there.
yes,
Okay.
you know for a fact there are beings up there, but any attempt to like hear it is next to impossible.
I'm going to. I don't have telepathy, but I'm going to reach out to Arachi if I can. Will he hear me?
Yeah.
And I won't have to speak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in my mind, I'm gonna be like, "Did you catch everything from that?" Because I'm assuming he is around.
You ask him this, and he catch all of what? Catch all of what?
I want just you in my mind. Tune everybody out.
Yeah, I'm confused about what you're talking about. Like, what, you just came in here and sat down.
How can I tell him this without like going through like a whole like inner dialogue?
You can just tell him to look in
In
your
my head.
memories.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna welcome you in my head.
This is a first. Thank you, sir.
Well,
You feel the sensation of him like taking his shoes off as he comes in.
thanks.
I'm being respectful.
Well, before you go through, just I don't know if you can mentally prepare yourself. I don't know if this is going to do anything to you, but before you go, nothing super bad, at least to her. There's just prepare yourself, but just in case if you decide to go feral,
Okay.
if you feel that, can you please try and get out of my head? Because I don't need.
I know it's been a little while since you and I have been at this crossroads before. Like we've been at this crossroads once before. And it's been a long time since then. I will let you know. I'm a different man. I am a different man.
I'm
Bo.
trying to be different myself.
And I can tell, honestly, it's looking a little different in here.
Well,
Did you die?
close.
Oh,
Oh.
Twice? No? Yeah, twice.
Oh.
Depending on how you look at it. I look at this twice. But
I was gonna say it looks a little influenced.
if you because you have you're better at noticing things, both physically and
Beyond.
beyond. There are 3 types of beings as you're going to see. If you feel that any of them are going to either come down here or do something, I want you to alert the others. Don't tell them anything now until you and I have more to say when you step out.
Okay. And do you open the door
I
of
open
the
up my
memory?
door for him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, completely.
Yeah. He okay, and sees the door open and takes a gentle peek, cautious, gentle peek.
You might as well just walk straight in. It's not going to get any easier.
What the fuck is this? This is a weird view of things. I don't see those.
What?
Whatever it is that you saw, I don't see them.
That's what I figured. I tried listening for them. Nothing. That's kind of why I called you here to see, and that kind of answers things. There's something very potentially dangerous going on way above our heads as we are sitting here.
In this moment, as everything else is still happening out in the other room, Zem, you see Rowan begin to start scrawling down this spell scroll. He's about halfway done at this point.
Right.
And you hear, Zem, what is above this room?
Whoa!
Oh. No. And I'm just answer in my head. This is all in my head. Just, oh. How did you find out about that?
I didn't. I don't know what the fuck's up there. Tiergrim somehow found out about it.
it's in there.
And from what I'm seeing in his memories right now, he saw 2 beings of complete evil.
No, that tracks. Yeah, no. Zem's just not worried at all. She's
Oh,
like,
God.
Yeah, that, yeah. Mhm.
Can
Pass.
can I be filled in at least? Like,
Okay, do you remember Amate, my previous little patron?
yeah, the bony guy.
Yeah. Basically same level as that, just being stored above our heads.
You feel Arechi like pull himself out of that memory, and also like a bug eye of like putting things together. He goes, that makes sense in both of your heads.
What makes sense? I
Thank-
can't say this out loud.
thank
because
you.
it caught me off guard.
Yeah, you say that out loud, and Peach's like eye opens and looks at you, just like gentle, just like
Shut up.
yeah. Kaylin slightly shifts in her slumber. You feel Arechi no longer speaking to you directly anymore, Zem.
Okay.
He says, I will say with a slight bit of like we'll say 10% uncertainty that we are completely safe and don't have to worry about them. That means I'm 90% certain.
Yeah, no, like I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say back at that.
Yeah,
Can I with
Safe, you said?
yeah, Arechi's saying that to him.
can I off of his tone, and I'm assuming I can see his silhouette, or can I see his whole body now, like in my mind's eye?
No. That visual thing that you have. Oh, in your mind, you can see him like going through your like essentially mind palace.
Okay.
Which
Can I like?
what's the perspective of it now?
Oh shit.
Just a quick. What are the changes to the space? It used to be.
Has anybody seen season 3 of American Gods at all?
I don't know those.
Bits and pieces.
Okay, so essentially, like it is forested mountaintop. It's not like super heavy, but it's like heavy enough because your altitude and whatnot. But
Right.
it's like a little a chill spot, if you will. Still trees and whatnot. Campfire. But beyond the campfire, if you go past that whole serene mountain scene, it's just pure black. So like it's one of those like you're there, you're there. So he's I don't know, just probably walking around the fucking forest or around the campfire.
Yeah. I imagine the influences that Arechi saw are similar elements to Ysgard.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely, like heavily.
Heavily inspired.
Oh yeah.
But sorry, you were saying.
Fuck, what was I saying? Oh, it's gonna be two things. I'm gonna sit there and gauge off of how he's carrying himself and checking out the new digs,
Yeah.
if you will. I'm gonna try and figure out who told him that like everything's okay, so I can
Yeah, insight check.
pay attention. Sweet fuck, what is my insight? I'm trying to get my stats to memory.
It takes some time.
91. Not 20, but +1.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You I don't think you've gotten a full download of like everything that's happened since Tiergrim left from everybody. You know that he has the ability to talk telepathically with anyone within 30 feet. The rest of the party is all within 30 feet.
Yeah.
But you remember Zem was able to talk to him. Outside of that.
Fucking put that 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, so you put that together like maybe he has Zem who knows about this place.
Okay.
And he still being in your head. So kind of like you're questioning this. He sees that thought like pass by and goes, "Dude, you could have just asked."
There is a mystery of things.
That's fair, but I'm also like in here. I see what you're thinking. Stop. Can you not visualize that, please?
What? We're just looking at the Aurora Borealis.
He is looking over towards some like darker spot in your brain where your primal instincts sit, and your
Don't look at
subconscious is seeing other things.
that. Don't look at that. It could change, and what do you think some of the trees have been knocked down?
Yeah, fair enough. So
If you really want to look at him, you can, but if you're going to address him, you need to address him by his name.
no. I'm addressing you. So
lays down and just stares up at the sky.
I'm gonna go ahead and step out and make sure our girl's doing okay.
Well, one last thing I did see, and you saw it. Why don't you have any color? Do you even know?
Yes and no.
Plus a cigarette out of nowhere.
How the fuck do you do that?
We're in my mind's eye, dog.
Fair enough. So, I'm still not 100%. In fact, if we were to put actual numerical amount in comparison to like how much of me is fully put together, there's still about half of me that's out there. It's
So
two
nothing to
pieces.
be concerned of. Sorry, the only reason why I ask is seeing two individuals of pure evil, one questioning themselves, being my friends, and then you and myself. I have color, everyone else has color, but I could literally throw something at your silhouette and wouldn't even know it. There was barely an outline of what you would look like physically.
The two pieces of me that are
Empty.
missing. The two pieces of me that are missing is the piece of me that contains every memory that I've ever touched. Which is a lot for me. I don't know if she told you about my grove. I don't know if you were there. It's been a while since we've been there, but it's a big part of me. And there's another part of me that's kind of bound to somebody who shares a lineage with them. And that part of me is the part that would fill that space. Make a... just say straight wisdom check for this.
What is my wisdom? Fucking nice. Oh god. It's 20.
The thing that determines a being's moral compass, a being's sense of good or evil, generally comes from their willpower.
He has probably a fuck ton of willpower at this point.
You recognize that the piece that is missing from him, that he hasn't said what it is yet,
More like these.
is his willpower.
Oh shit. Shut up, you.
And it kind of makes sense now with like past experiences with him, current experiences with him. He's not making conscious decisions. He's not the one choosing to do the things. He has no willpower.
So that's why he's empty. Can I see, like, what the piece might look like that will give him his willpower?
Are you asking him?
Yeah. Can I at least, like, what part? So I can talk to Kaylin when she wakes up, so we can prioritize that. Because something as empty as that can be heavily influenced one way or another.
When she wakes up, ask her to hand me to you. I can show you then.
Stands up. Let me walk you out. The door appears out of nowhere.
And he just
Opens up the door. It's just like, it's my mind's eye, dog. If everybody can fucking sit here and have fucking whatever they want, I can do whatever I want.
He
Or would
looked-
you like to stay and let him influence
He-
the creature?
he looks back and like quick glances back towards the door. Just
It's really not that bad. I am mortal, believe it or not. That's gonna die when I die.
hey, you're gonna hate this, all right? But I'm proud of the man you're becoming. As he runs out of the door.
Take your shoes off. You're more than welcome next. I don't even know if you're fucking.
He forgot his shoes in your mind, so
Picks him up and smells and goes. He can just be. So I'm not too worried about it.
He might not have a soul yet, but he cleans his. my god!
What is happening?
Teargrim stands up and takes his leave from the room.
Oh god.
Takes his leave from the
No, you're
room.
good.
The rest of you see Teargrim make his way out of the space. After being in there for about 45 minutes. Teargrim was in there for a while.
Oh, he's finally coming back?
Yeah, he finally steps out into the space.
Okay, I'm, hit my flower. I'm like, geez, man, where you been, bro?
Rowan looks out towards you and
I'm gonna be staring daggers at her, waiting for everybody to stop asking
Yeah.
questions.
Rowan gives you a slight look, notices that he hasn't caught your eye line at all.
Oh, I'm straight 1,000 yards staring at
Yeah,
this one.
but looks back down towards the scroll that he's in the
I'm
process
just
of
like
making.
watching Rowan.
Yeah, you're watching him write down this scroll,
What a purpose.
and he look up.
Oh, shit.
I think he's trying to talk to you.
Oh, you want to talk to me?
Absolutely.
Now, curious. Can I talk to you alone for a minute?
You can have me alone anytime for whatever purpose. Let's
Rowan stops for a second and is just like,
Looks at him and goes,
Zem just gonna look at him and go,
he keeps giving you this. He keeps giving you this look. Zelfro, you've seen him give him this look twice now of like, how? You don't know what he's asking about, but he's giving him this look of how.
Yeah.
But he looks at you and you've been in your head and had essentially
transcended at one point.
transcended for like half a second. You pick up exactly what he's putting down. He's asking how. And he
How, what?
You'll find out.
Oh, okay. Alright.
And he just like waves you off and goes back to writing on the scroll.
Let's go outside. I need a cigarette.
Yeah, y'all head out to the yard area.
Tobacco.
Tobacco's your deal.
Tobacco's my deal.
But y'all head out to the yard area and
Roll school.
I go to like sit back, broom catch me right before I hit it,
yep.
and just go. It takes a long drag and holds it in for a second and looks right in her face and go, so, what's above her room?
We're all together.
so, do you know like the preschool version of the Claret Manifesto?
No.
You know what their deal is. They protect the people from things that go bump in the night.
I think to go
No.
Sometimes they work with those things.
Just we protect and investigate things of fae, fiend, undead origin that could cause harm to people. That's the ABC basic situation. Those are the things of fae, fiend, undead that would harm people.
You picked up on lineages of two of them.
Both the evils.
Yeah, they both had fiendish lineage.
Figured.
One more infernal,
Yeah.
so
I'm used to
descendant of the hells.
that. Yeah.
The other one, you don't know what the place is, but it's the place that sits exact opposite in alignment of Ysgard. Yeah, like that's all you could remember is like this person is the opposite side of existence.
Are you related to one of them?
I don't think. No, not directly. It's a very complicated. I can go into my family history if you want.
No.
Yeah,
Why
they
do you
walked
have.
They walked outside. You want to try and listen in?
Mm.
Make a
Well, I'm
stealth
gonna
check.
sit here and think and see, like, would Arashi be able to hear me? Would Arashi be able to hear us where we're at? Because we're not, like, super far out.
Hey, y'all can go and stand outside Kaylin's room
Do you
if you specifically wanted to.
want
You can check. Yeah, just go ahead and roll, and
14 plus whatever. Or minus, I don't know.
But you can go and stand outside of like Kaylin's room if you wanted to,
Yeah,
just to be
sure.
within that space.
I'm there and I allow at least. Are you okay if I allow Areshi, I almost forgot his fucking name, to jump in the conversation with us because he saw and he is mostly convinced that we have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of in one of those holding cells with me at a point. It's a long story.
One
Very
of the
long
reasons
story.
why is
Yeah, very unwise. It was almost a big oopsie. I got definitely hurt trying to protect him, but long story again.
do we have to worry about them is my main thing.
No.
Okay, what is the other one of the infernal, the one that I cannot place?
Pause.
Yes.
You are standing right around the corner, hearing everything, and neither of you see her.
Okay, cool.
I pay attention now.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I'm trying to keep up. My brain is.
Am I privy to the knowledge of like exactly what is above me, like the creatures, the levels,
So, you know that the space above the rooms, no matter what's in that, like, considering most of the things that y'all deal with, like the most powerful thing that would ever be in there is a
Like a dragon or something?
like a mid-tier devil.
Oh yeah.
Like Amate was a pretty higher up devil, but he's still not like the highest in power as far as devil goes that they can contain in that room. But you don't know exactly what's up there right now. You haven't gone up there to look,
Right.
nor have you really asked. But you know that you could take him up there to see.
Yeah.
You could take him up there.
Okay.
You have access to that room.
Okay.
Especially now.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did we pick up on that? Okay.
She rolled an 18 for her stealth.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
passive perception's a 17.
When-
So she just beat your passive perception.
yeah.
So I don't know the exact symbols up there, but with my new rank, I could take you up there if you are very concerned about it.
I just want to know if anything's gonna happen to Caitlin because of those three. Because
Should it?
I went, and the reason why I was gone so long was not anything weird. Well, it was weird, but not sexually weird. Just to clear the air.
My imaginings. All right.
Flicks her horns.
I thought you got that whole nother flick.
It wasn't that hard. It was more like if I were to like poke her.
No, but they're like,
Oh yeah.
ugly there.
That's just like that's more of like get your head straight. Danny, are you okay?
I think she's the only one that heard me.
Well, it's just we're down one number, and there's a lot of good and evil.
Culminating in this place.
No, in her.
Oh.
It's constant. She's fighting, but there's something that I couldn't identify, and I don't even think it did Reshi identify. I don't remember if he said what was going on. There's something inside of her that I've never seen trying to fight, and she's.
You get the sense when Arechi saw the memory of you seeing all that, he didn't even know what he was seeing. Like, it took you explaining a little bit for him to know what he saw.
Doesn't actually bring back other people's memories? That's crazy. That's crazy.
But it's just like there's something, and she is. Where would we say like where the bad is fighting against her? Like, is it just 50-50 constantly, or is the bad winning? Or
It was hard to see which outweighed which. So if you were to have looked at her right after the Asili assassins, to give you a perspective of like how tumultuous everything is in her right now, if you were to have looked at her right after that instance, it would have been this tiny little black dot in the center of her stomach.
Wow, you're about to get dark energy jacks. Jesus.
But it was just a stagnant, unmoving little black dot. Since then, it has become two different currents in the ocean fighting each other.
It's not good. And it can go one way or the other at this moment.
I figured as much.
Oh, hold on. Arechi doesn't even know what the bad side of it is.
Okay, I did not figure that much.
That's why I'm concerned about all parties involved.
That
Why
is-
are you recalling anything about our conversation? Like about what's going on inside of not Danny, but
Inside of Kaylin's head?
yeah.
You weren't around for any of what Teargrim saw, so you're hearing all of this for the first time, just like Zem.
So I'm like, what the fuck do they mean? What's inside of her? Okay.
Yeah. You're like around the corner, no idea what's happening. You're just listening in.
My mind is, I'm so confused.
Right.
I'm so confused.
It's like having a third of the puzzle. Huxley's just inside, just like
in his bucket.
staring out at the nothingness, questioning like what is happening. Like we came to Stillben to get on a boat, and
Everything's going to shit.
yeah, he's just like, we came to Stillben to get on a boat, and suddenly everyone's having like intrapersonal conflicts.
Interpersonal conflicts, friendships, and
Right.
I'm vibing. I have my
I'm a
detective hat
nosy
on.
ass bitch, so I want to know what's going on.
I got my
Right.
detective hat on. I'm trying to sit here.
He's either uninterested or dealing with his own shit. Like,
I mean, if you were acidic.
That's what I love about him.
Belwyn's also kind of just like racking with his own shit right now
Yeah.
because his
Punish.
promotion and then seeing Kaylin and
it's a lot.
yeah.
Going full monkey in the jungle.
But-
Or, I'm sorry, the swamp.
You two continue y'all's conversation?
My main thing is just we don't need any extra baggage while dealing with what's going on, whatever the fuck's going on with Kinley, because if one of the oldest sentient beings has no idea what is happening inside of her,
That's right.
we don't need any
Extra hands.
Yeah.
I'll go with Rowan, make sure it is correctly worded so that no emotional or physical tampering can happen outside of their cells.
Cells?
Yeah.
But you said you shared a cell with one of them, not they're currently in a cell.
No, they're currently in a cell. I never shared a cell with one. I shared a pinky. That's the difference.
I imagine at this point y'all are walking
Yeah.
in because you both saw the stairs to go upstairs are right there next to the front door.
Oh.
Like as soon as you walk in, I'd have the layout of the
So y'all are planning to go up to
Building
where
y'all
the,
are in.
the creatures are?
I mean, I wasn't. I was just trying to get with her.
I'll probably go with Rowan.
so
Oh, I
Kaylin is in like this room here,
and they're
Kaylin's-
directly above us.
and you saw these three cages had
Oh fuck.
creatures in them. But y'all can go right in and straight up the door, straight up the stairs.
Well,
If
before
y'all
she
wanted
took,
to.
I don't want to see it. I'm going to trust her.
Okay.
But before she goes up, I'm going to be like, "What's wrong with the third individual up there?"
The third? There's three of them up there. I don't know which one you're. I don't know what
The
the order is.
non-infernal one and the one that's I couldn't differentiate. Let me. Can I just call Arechi and be like, "Hey, can you show her what I saw and what you saw?"
Yeah. Hey,
When it comes to energy.
Zem, do you mind if I get in your head?
As long as you're okay with burning a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Is Archie just in their minds at this
Yeah,
point?
yeah. You've heard them go quiet.
Yeah.
Arechi steps into your mind and
People stop and then.
has to shake. Like he's a little too warm.
It's so toasty, isn't it?
But he comes in.
We...
He comes in and like you see him carrying essentially what looks like just a silk bookmark.
What the fuck?
And he like walks over towards an empty space on a wall in your mind,
Yeah.
and just puts the bookmark on the wall, and you watch For a metaphor of the thought becoming a part of your own, you watch a tiny little doorway open, and he opens it up, and you now have that visual of what Tiergrim was seeing.
Okay.
You don't know.
I don't
Like
recognize
it's
it's not from any of my teaching. It's not from.
the feeling that it gives you is that if you were to make a deal with that thing, it would be a pact of the fathomless, the great old one, the undying.
Holy fuck.
This
Okay.
thing is something beyond Exandria. Like, to what you were seeing in your mind is like trying to look at Slender Man face to face. Right, like the static, you know from seeing this that whatever that thing is an aberration. Is a thing from beyond the stars themselves.
Spaceman. Doctor Who, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and then we're gonna snap out of
We'll
that.
come to. Yeah.
Yep. You have this image in your head, and you watch them just like blink a lot.
I'm still just staring at you, serious face.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, wow.
It's a rush having a memory implanted in your head.
Yeah. Oh,
First time.
No, not my first time. I won't get used to it. Just like I thought teleporting I wouldn't, but that's a whole other thing.
If there was my first time.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, no. I know generally what it is. It's not from here.
And that's supposed to help me be calm about
No.
the situation?
No, it's giving you information. However, you take that emotionally is up to you.
Zelfra, you're hearing all this, and you're starting to put pieces together. They're talking about something upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
not
God.
being from this world. From beyond the stars. And that I imagine, would probably start to put a little bit of fear in Zelfra. And at that exact moment, you hear in your brain, they might not be able to see you, but I can.
Oh!
I shit myself immediately.
Hey, what stinks?
And you hear Arechi speak to you directly, and he's like, listen.
I'm feeling threatened.
He says,
I
listen.
love that we're memeing on the emotion. And just like, flat out, I feel this.
You can just ask them to include you instead of listening in.
Oh, I was planning on coming around. I was gonna follow them, but until I got caught, you know?
He goes, I mean, I could just tell them that you're right here.
Oof!
Wait. Arechi's the one talking to me right now? Gotcha! I thought it was somebody else. I'm like,
No, this is Arechi.
That's why I said I was gonna shit my pants. Who was Arechi?
No, girl,
I mean, you probably
will.
still would, like, slightly want to shit your pants or, like, have a little gasp or something. Because you're hearing what they're saying, and then suddenly there's a voice in your head. Like,
Well,
it
I
doesn't
thought
matter
was the
who
dude
it is.
upstairs, the other one.
Right,
Okay,
right.
so
Yeah, me too.
at that moment,
It's
I
like,
jumped
oh,
and probably made enough noise for the other two to hear me.
Yeah, so you two, as y'all are saying all this, hear a little, like,
Shit!
yeah. Y'all hear a voice around the corner.
Richie, scare the shit out of me. There's a mouse.
I'm just gonna Colonel Mustang if I can search you and go, really?
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 You could just ask.
I wanted to go to the swamp.
No, you don't. It smells.
I would just go up to I'm gonna go up to Zelfra, grab her hands, and be like, I am so sorry. You feel so unincluded. I'll make sure
Thank you.
that you I can really start crying. And we're just like gonna have a gal pal cry moment
Oh,
of like
yeah, sure.
mutual emotional understanding.
Sure.
Just, I haven't known you guys long, but I care about you. I don't know why I'm doing a voice right now, but
I will say, in this moment,
and I also have, you know, a goal.
with you two having y'all's little emotional
Yeah.
y'all's little emotional moment, being connected to Arechi still.
Mhm.
Like, he's still both talking to kind of all of y'all.
Yeah.
Kaylin,
Uh-oh.
the other side of the wall,
Yeah.
you feel yourself coming to again. Your eyes begin to open.
Do I
You're
notice
in your
it at all?
room.
Okay.
Oh, and she's in our room.
You're in your room. You're cuddling with Peaches. This isn't where you went to sleep. This isn't the swamp that you last saw when your eyes opened. There's a part of you that just really wants to cry right now.
Oh.
And then you begin to hear crying on the other side of the wall.
And then I'm just gonna start crying.
Y'all begin to hear crying on the other side of the wall. Yeah, full
I
on.
saw and I left her up and I sit down and I let her head on my lap and I said, "What's wrong?"
Yeah, Peaches like backs up a little bit.
I'm just
Like,
like grabbing her legs and just like.
I'm just
rubbing
gonna,
her
like, I'm
soft.
standing
And I'm like,
doorway.
"What's wrong with your hair? Like, what's wrong?"
And I'm just gonna be like,
You must have been through a
and
fright.
Peaches, just let's get some dinner. And
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and start making food. Let them do. You know what they need.
Do
for
what
that.
you do best.
yeah, as you come back in, call Peaches over. Rowan hands the scroll that he was writing up to you, and it's a spell scroll. Lesser restoration. It should help your friend recover some of that exhaustion.
Okay.
You can remove 1 point of exhaustion, by the way.
Thank
Let's get some.
Oh, and I would like to give her tea.
Okay.
Healing tea or whatever.
You like grab it as you're sprinting in. Yeah. Right. So you ended up getting a full long rest because of Tiergrim's determination to be as gentle as possible.
Yeah.
You were undisturbed through your rest.
Yes.
Teamwork.
So you should only have 1 point of exhaustion. Zelfra and Zem come rushing into the space, and immediately are just trying to pamper you and love and like just be there with you. Y'all are all three crying. Like, one of you stops crying and starts talking and looking at the other two and finishes what they're saying, and you all start crying even more. Like it's just this like extremely emotional moment, and then Zelfra is like trying to give you this cup of hot liquid. It looks like tea. Do you sip it?
It'll calm your nerves. It'll
Okay.
calm your nerves.
You sip on it. It tastes absolutely terrible. It's medicine. Medicine never tastes good.
Yeah.
But you recognize that it is an
Don't worry,
herbal
darling. It
medicine.
tastes like shit, but it'll
Like-
calm your nerves.
Like you recognize this isn't supposed to taste good. This is supposed to help. And so you sip on it a little bit, and like you're bawling.
Just a
You're
sip at a time.
it becomes a little saltier than it was before because your tears start getting into it.
Do we have any lavender?
You hear from down the hall, Shadea goes, "Oh shit, lavender." I'll say, for the sake of brevity,
Yes.
you all have a moment to feel some feelings, and honestly, it's kind of a nice just release of emotions all around for the three of you. Kaylin, that tumultuous feeling inside of you subsides slightly. Having a good cry with your friends.
Oh shit.
And Zem, you, in your mind, Arechi
Mm-hmm.
sighs a breath of relief.
Oh, that's good.
Eventually, I imagine you make your way out of the room
Yes.
Get food.
to get food. Go ahead and just mark off 30 HP right now to account for the internal injuries that you have suffered. As y'all get a good sense of her now, like moving around and everything, she has a slight bit of a limp. Her shoulder is a little stiff. Uh, you're also missing a lot of arrows.
Oh, where those arrows go?
I don't know. I wonder where.
Right.
Or does she remember everything?
Huh? You don't remember a lot of the events of what happened. Like you remember. I did. You remember the like seeing that shadow person and reaching out for them, like trying to reach a hand out to console them. And then being overwhelmed with emotion, blacking out, and then waking up, being carried by Teargrum, falling back asleep, waking up in your room, cuddled up with Peaches. Like that's all you remember.
Right.
Oh.
Thank you for flying with the S.
And if you want to share all of that with them,
No, I'm just gonna stay silent.
Excuse me, sorry.
so you don't share anything about what you remember, even if they ask.
No,
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay silent.
Okay.
That's okay.
Um.
All the time you need.
Yeah. You all, I'll say, spend the rest of the day just being there with each other. Teargrim, you have that spell scroll
Duh.
that Rowan gave you. If you wish
Yeah.
to use it, you can.
Here, let me read it. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know how that
Yeah.
works.
So you pull out the spell scroll and like realize that you're not really a magic guy.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Sure. You go ahead and start trying to read it, and it's like de nomine patra sanctifi, and like your voice, it kind of just takes over on its own, and you begin to like speak the magic words of the spell.
Determination.
It's strange. It's at first it's like somebody who has no idea how to read trying to read,
And then becoming extreme.
and then becoming like somebody who speaks this language naturally. Begins to cast the spell. It's kind of scary, Caitlin, because he's casting it in your direction.
So
And
if
you,
it goes wrong, good
yeah.
luck.
literally the only magic you've seen this man use is the lightning from his arm and
Oh,
the
you did
changeling.
that.
So he starts casting this spell, and you watch the spell scroll fade away into dust, and his eyes are slightly glowing as he looks at you and reaches a hand out towards you. You read,
Yeah.
yeah. He places his hand on you. Do you allow this? Okay. He reaches his hand out and places it on you, and a warmth washes over you. And you feel that exhaustion. That yawn is the final yawn as the exhaustion is released from your body.
I mean, maybe for Caleb and not for Danny. I collapse. I collapse. I'm swallowing these rats.
But yeah, your exhaustion is removed.
Yay!
That last level
I
of
am
exhaustion is
the
removed.
best. I am the one. Sorry.
Yeah. So with that, with everybody calm, enjoying a meal, hanging out with each other, we'll say you all end up going to bed, spending this day to be with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we'll go ahead and end this session.
Okay.
With everybody having their things out of the way, hopefully ready to maybe get on a boat next session.
Yes.
I'm on
Yeah.
a boat, motherfucker.
At least if not like get on a boat, then charter the voyage, you know?
Start the process.
Yeah, like talk to the people you need to talk to get on a boat at least.
Sorry about the really long RP, guys. I feel like we could have gotten a boat if I hadn't done that.
No.
Nah, it's good. This is something that has been building for a few sessions now with Kaylin.
We're about to get the climb there. Get your own faces ready.
Sister Jameson.
Did you forget?
Not about Jameson.
Just the
I was
reason.
wondering, I thought we were going to do these little side missions, you know, with killing Jim's
You're good. You're
Jim's
good.
dad.
No, that was kind of just a thing that she was given specifically. That is her
Oh, I
mission
know,
that
I
she
thought we
has
was
to
gonna
do.
Go on like a little side quest and help her do that.
Yeah, that's at her own discretion.
So our
the
immediate focus is still Jameson.
yeah, the deadline on her thing is just like, before he does the worst thing he could.
No.
Outside of that, like, whenever.
I'll find Daddy-O.
Because the last time
Find
that
my baby daddy.
the
No, your
last
dad.
No, mine, because I'm the baby. My baby.
your sperm donor.
My sperm donor.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Um,
is going on?
I was like, your baby daddy.
Be extra weird.
No,
I was about to be like, not Mike, but no, she would know.
no, you would definitely know. And I feel like there's been some conversations with Amate to help in some instances if necessary. If like accidental, he can just it never happened. A devil just able to just make sure it never happened.
Magical plan B.
Yeah. Yeah. So
About that process.
hopefully next session we will be chartering some sort of voyage to go find an island. But
Program takes his wallhander and pokes a hole in the boat.
until then, well, let's do favorite, least favorite. Logan, what was your favorite and least favorite of the session?
I am not a narcissist, let me say that first, but literally, like, the entirety of how smooth the session went for my character.
Dude, your
That is
roles.
the smoothest transition. Well, yeah, kind of transition.
Yeah, like,
From going from Tiergrim to Tiergrim?
right, like, I'll say Belwyn and Kalen would definitely be surprised in the difference of the Tiergrim that they're seeing now. Like, this is a very different Tiergrim than what y'all remember. He still has the same face. That can be any face that he wants, but it's still the same face. Yeah,
Be anything you want, baby, for the night.
but
Say less.
when you mix disguised self with a changeling, y'all could literally just be whoever you want at any time.
We just look like each other and just like, that's fucking weird.
We already knew with the tips of the
No,
horse.
you turn into me, I turn into you, it's just like, wait, we're fucking each other, but we're fucking ourselves.
Opposite.
Yeah, that'd be fucking weird.
Happy
I love
opposite
to
day,
fuck
baby.
myself. I'm fine.
Anyways,
This is
do you have a least favorite?
Tired.
Fair and valid.
Headache.
Fair and valid.
My ass itches.
Fair and valid. Savannah, favorite, least favorite.
Favorite. This was kind of like a fun, like, little side adventure real quick before we plunge into, like, probably a session long
Certain death.
thing.
Yee.
Because I know last session was also kind of that palate cleanser, but at the same time, like, we had just gotten off, like, months worth of travel
Right.
in real world time. So,
In game time, it was like,
a month.
it was 3 weeks of travel.
Okay, so about a month.
Yeah.
But in real life, it was like months and months.
Right,
and
right.
Holidays and shit.
Yeah, so it was nice to have not only one but two kind of sessions to kind of like get our minds off that and get us ready to jump into another probably long stint of string of story.
Yee.
So that was probably my favorite, just that good palate cleanser. Just overall was a good session. Least favorite, I'm gonna die tomorrow.
You got what?
I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Well, luckily it's the time that we had talked about being done by, so...
It's 2 minutes past, liar.
Anyways.
Technicalities.
Cool. Danny, favorite, least favorite?
Favorite? I don't know. I don't know. I really didn't do anything, and I feel bad.
What do you mean? This session was centered around Kaylin.
Yeah, I was asleep for 95%.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get
but
that.
that's
I get
understandable.
that.
That's understandable. But like, you still had there was a lot that happened for Kaylin.
I think it was pretty fucking cool trying to dive into that, but that's
That's
from my
fair.
perspective.
I mean, my rolls were pretty good, so that was
Yeah.
that was.
But like
Okay.
compared to everyone else, you really
Right.
didn't get to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I'm gonna be honest, you had that fantastic save at the beginning is literally what kept all of them from fighting you. That holding those emotions back is what kept you from immediately going into fight instinct to protect yourself. Like it could have gone way worse. Zelfra wouldn't have been the only one getting hurt
Right.
in that moment.
Right.
So like you
I wonder what would have happened if I rolled in that one when I
Oh,
was
it-
going to like.
if you had rolled it,
I rolled a 12 and
you
I
would've been
still
thrown out the
crashed into her.
you
Yeah.
would have been thrown through the wall. Like through the wall into the next room or out
Like,
the building.
I'm sure you did
6
that.
feet in the ground, take it or leave it.
No,
No,
had
she's already got thrown across the room, right?
no, had she not saved when she did,
Damage.
had she not saved when she did that first wisdom save, she would have drawn her bow and started opening fire on all of you.
Oh fuck!
Like it would have been outright Kaylin versus all of you.
That would have been so fun. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah, but she would have probably died at.
And the best part would
Somebody
have
would have
been
I would have made it non-lethal blows.
Yeah, y'all could
No,
always
just
I
like
love
one
when
hand.
it hits the fan.
Just make you unconscious.
hitting you with the flat of the blade rather than the
Yeah,
edge.
doing the sword master against the trainee stuff.
Yeah. I mean, she still would have been taking lethal blows against y'all.
Yeah.
Like she was
I would have set you on
it
fire.
was a cat backed into a corner type situation.
That's fair.
Yeah. So while you didn't do a lot, you did do a lot.
I'm glad I didn't
Kill as many people as I thought I would. But then again, I also didn't think I was gonna kill anybody.
You killed more than just the two people, like the two
Okay.
humans.
Human.
You killed a lot of humanoids. The imps.
Oh yeah.
The imps are all just lesser scale devils.
Yeah.
1750 or the church. Or not church, the devils of your choosing. 1750.
So would your least favorite be the not doing much or
Somebody name. Well, no.
It's
That
okay.
was so
They were
fun.
an NPC.
he was an NPC. He was
He was
a
an
cool-
NPC until the
Yeah.
right scene.
I used to be an adventurer like you was.
it's also a city full of like corrupt police, so like
Yeah.
You probably killed some like cartel-esque cops.
yeah, like this dude probably was like alpha brain, like alpha dog type.
Mhm.
Yeah, like I'm better than you because I'm part of the town watch. Like you probably did people a favor.
Okay.
That's what his family left
Damn.
You don't even know the person and you're already talking
him.
shit about
His family
it.
wasn't in the town.
It's true. He wasn't from here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like he chose to come here. He could have been running from something.
That's fair.
No.
Rose family games. What movie's that?
Zelfra. Hi.
I would say my favorite part would probably be getting like flown across the room. You know, I love some combat. I don't care what kind it is.
Even if it's my ass getting beat, I love it.
Yes, ma'am.
Get me
And also seeing Tyrion's real form or whatever.
Oh yeah, I
I forgot
imagine.
about that.
I imagine Zelfra's gonna have
Least
so
favorite
much to
would be
take
not letting me
that.
touch your skin, and then also, I don't know if it's my ADHD or my mania, but my brain has just not. I'm gonna have to rewatch this session on the Twitch.
That's-
Yeah. Luckily, it'll be on Twitch for 7 days and then on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks from today.
Oh, YouTube channel?
We've had a YouTube channel.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Since the beginning.
Love that too.
Yeah.
How many people I know that love YouTube?
It's all
Oh,
linked
yeah,
down
you
below.
too.
Yeah, that's the one thing I could continue to keep managing.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, because I was just more, my head was more in the game.
And that's fine. And your iPad kept dying, and yeah, it's fine.
Should be happening, but
Luckily, this also helps like close up some ends for past narrative stuff and helps open up the door for this new part of the adventure. Because it's been a lot of y'all just like being completely in the dark about Jameson. Now, for the first time, y'all have a very strong thread. Y'all have a very strong thread. And thread. And y'all have an idea of what y'all are looking for once. So we're about to get into a very different hunt for Jameson. This could be a lot more of a personal hunt for Jameson.
Okay.
I want to talk to you this week too
Okay.
about my character.
I'm still gonna eat his soul.
My DI.
As far as my favorite goes, honestly, we've been developing this, like, you've been telling me that you want to play with this idea of, like, this darkness inside of you, and I haven't told you shit about what I wanted to do with it. So finally getting to do that was fun.
Yeah, that was really fun.
I didn't expect for you to, like, want to reach out to it at first. I was surprised by that, but because you wanted to reach out to it, you accepted it as a part of you. And that's how it played out, was it became a part of you and you had to do everything in your power to keep it from taking over.
Right.
Had you gone about it another way, it could have been like a Kurama moment where it ends up getting sealed in a part of your brain.
Yeah.
Like
That's
there's
pretty cool.
there are some different ways that it could have gone. There's some different ways it could have gone.
girl.
The way you went about it probably would have the fastest resolution.
Okay.
Least favorite? How much y'all used these fucking feeling wheels against me? No. At one point, all the shit's happening with Kaylin, and Huxley is over here like, I feel like this. I feel like this. And then, like, this whole side of the table's just like, I'm feeling this right now. And,
they're
like,
just turning the wheel.
right.
I'm just turning the wheel.
At one point, all 5 of you had the piece of paper in your hand, looking at it and, like, trying to find an emotion to spite me putting it in front of y'all. Like, I love it, but I hate it.
Pretty much, it wasn't used at all during like actual roleplay today. It was just like for someone random to just be like, I feel this way about what's going on right now.
Well, so, like, most of the time I give y'all a handout, like something physical, and it gets discarded. It gets, like, pushed away. There are some handouts. There are some handouts that I have again because y'all just forgot about them. This is the first one that I gave y'all, and literally everybody started using it. Oh, but
I
no.
used it. No, now I'm using it. Wait, I used it for the intended
But
purpose.
hey, I ain't mad about it. I'd say 8 out of 10 session. The only reason it's an 8 is we missed Caden. We didn't have Caden all session, and I got bullied. Yeah, 1 point because we're missing the boy, and 1 point because I got bullied. But I don't know. I'm here for it. Y'all, if y'all bully me, y'all work together. So
Hey, as long as I have the pumped up kicks, I didn't bully you. Just be like, hey, if you're coming to school tomorrow, don't wear red.
with that,
On that note,
stay happy, stay hydrated. We love you very much.
Next
don't fucking forget to smile.
We'll see y'all next time.
Full Metal Jacket.
Bye.
With the